Welcome back to Shipbird Month. This week, that's E.T.'s best friend. I'm Dabny Coleman.
I'm the dead mom, Whitney.
I'm Jack Flack.
And this is Bad Movies.
Worst people. We never did find out the mom's name, so.
Deadsy. Dedra. This is the second movie in a while we've done with somebody named Jack, and I don't like it. I don't like hearing my name being called when it's somebody being scolded. Yeah.
Last week was Chevy Chase was Jack.
Felt like fucking days
I mean,
ago.
would you rather be Chevy Chase or Dabny Coleman?
Dabny Coleman fucking every day of the week, dude. That's America's ass.
I have so many names that I'm just going to randomly call you now, and I'll see if you ever acknowledge
Jack
them.
Flack, America's ass.
No, I'm going to call you Dabney.
Rosalita.
Maybe Captain Jack Flack.
Well, this week, speaking of Jack Flack and all that heart attack stuff, we're doing 1984's Cloak and Dagger, starring Henry Thomas of E.T. fame. He's also been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he's
well,
still
Legends
acting.
of the Fall we talked about for sure. I just mean, who cares compared to Dabney Coleman?
I mean, I didn't even realize that Henry Thomas was still acting because now that I know who he is, I can see Henry Thomas Kid in him. But as an adult, he looks a lot more like William Forsythe in fucking Stone Cold without the beer gut.
Fuck you, pig.
Like, because he was...
Point of order. Bill Forsythe in this movie.
Yes,
Bill.
Point of order.
And when I got here, you said there's 2 surprise actors in this. And even watching the credits, I was like, oh shit, Bill Forsythe. No, I know William Forsythe. And then he showed up. I was like, motherfucker's just going by Bill now?
It was one of his first movies. Like,
It's
his first
early.
5 credits are all, it says as Bill Forsythe.
And you even said, like, you can tell it's early because he's not a tough guy.
Yeah.
Like, he hadn't
He's
found
a fucking
his
nerd.
He hadn't found his
Niche.
niche.
Yeah. But I mean, Henry Thomas still acting. Like, obviously, he was in E.T., like I said. He was in a movie called The Quest. Not that one, Jack.
Oh, God.
Not the one with
really
Jean-Claude Van
excited.
Damme. We almost did it this month, but I didn't want to do 3 Henry Thomas movies.
No.
Also, it's a little more problematic, and I want to watch it again before we...
just to see if it's an episode.
It takes place in Australia.
Of course
and
it does.
That's why I own it. And it was also directed by the director who directed this, who is Australian.
Okay.
So, turns out I love Australia. But
you could never live there. It's not the heat. It's the bugs that will kill you. There's
fine.
spiders.
I don't have to go outside.
Yeah, dude, I'll go outside here. I live 90% indoors.
But it's called The Quest. It's also known as Frog Dreaming. And it's him and these little kids go on a quest through the woods to
Did
find
they lick
something.
a frog?
I was gonna say, is Frog Dreaming like an acid trip where you just
It
lick
has
toad?
no. It's something to do with Aboriginals and like this area where they have these like shrines and they call it a Frog Dreaming.
Well, maybe
like it's
way to
the
make
area.
us feel bad.
No, I still
You
think
wanna
they
feel
make
bad.
you lick a toad.
The reason I'm not sure if we could do it because I got to watch it again is there's a part where they're starting to go on their little quest and he's talking about like, you know, the Aboriginals had this area and they built these shrines, whatever. And she's like, you mean the little girl's like, you mean those black fellas? And he's like, yeah, the black fellas. And I'm like,
I mean, I don't think that's as problematic
there's
as I
more
thought it was
stuff.
gonna
There's
be.
more stuff, but that's like in the first 5 minutes of the movie. I was like, the black fellas.
Yeah, black fellas.
Are they gonna kidnap us? I think that was one of the lines. I might
It's
be
a little
worried.
bit
I mean, we come from easy now. We come from a problematic country. I understand.
A little bit.
But like he kept doing stuff. Like he was, unfortunately for him, in Psycho 4, the beginning, playing Norman Bates as a
Hey,
younger
just
person.
trying to get a paycheck.
Did
Well-
you say Psycho 4?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. I have the box set. You want to watch them?
Not tonight.
I got all 4 of them.
Of course you do.
Well, the second one, which was directed by the guy that directed this, whose name is Richard Franklin, by the way, and he passed away in 2007. So
Rest
rest
in
in
pictures.
pictures. He was only 58,
Oh man,
but
Damn.
it's a good time to call it quits, though. I think
yeah,
That's
He
only 14
directed-
years older than me.
it's a good time to call it quits.
he directed
Get your
Psycho
affairs in
2.
order.
Yeah.
Psycho 2 is actually pretty good. Psycho 3 is crazy, but it's fun. It's not good. Psycho
so
4
you're
is
saying
bad.
you're putting it like to the same level of Jason in space. Like it's not good, but you had a fun time watching it.
Not quite as dumb as Jason X, but it's
Jason X. There you go.
But what's his fuck?
Warwick
Bob.
Davis.
Anthony Perkins is in
So
all of them.
close.
But anyway, just to mention, because I'm already mentioning it, Henry Thomas kept acting. He was in Gangs of New York, which I didn't realize because that's when I didn't recognize him. He plays.
Oh shit, he's one of the little
Johnny,
Irish.
Yeah, he's Johnny Sirocco. He's Leonardo DiCaprio's friend when he comes back, and he like introduces him to Bill the Butcher and all that stuff. He ends up getting like stabbed like with a pike or some shit.
When we watched it, when you had me watch it with Whitney, I even said Elliot.
Did you?
Male Whitney.
But also, yes.
I don't need to know that.
It always confuses. Well, it just always confuses me when your wife, named Whitney, starts talking about it. She's like, "You showed that to Whitney." I'm like, "Is she having a stroke?"
No, Whitney.
When you and Whitney were hanging out,
But he was like recently in the Fall of the House of Usher show on Netflix that she watched. I didn't.
Oh, Wes was just talking about
I
this.
glanced
He
at it.
really liked it.
It was
yeah,
so
it looked
good.
really cool.
Yeah, that whoever did that has a couple other movies out that are supposed to be pretty fucking banging.
Yeah, it's the guy. This guy's name is Mike Flanagan, the guy that directed most of that.
Say it right, dude.
Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan.
And Henry Thomas is in like all his movies, like Doctor Sleep, Gerald's Game, a bunch of other stuff.
Okay.
Haunting at Hill House or something like that.
Yeah,
One of those.
That's the one we got talking about this for.
Yeah, so he's still working, which is cool for him. But this is, like, as I mentioned, directed by Richard Franklin, who directed Psycho 2. He also directed a really great movie called Road Games that stars Stacy Keach and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Dude, you had me at Stacy Keach. Not even
Who
joking.
the fuck is that?
Titus's dad in the show Titus, American History X. He's like the head Nazi with a hair lip. He's a big, gruff guy. I'm going to show you a picture of him because he is
he's one of those
much
guys you'll
more
recognize.
masculine than his name leads on to be.
Well, no, Stacy was the guy's name.
Yeah,
originally.
but like you hear Stacy Keach, and then you see this guy, and you're like, no, that guy's name is like Fred or
Thorfinn.
You'll
Thor.
definitely, I don't know if I should show her mustache or non-mustache.
Oh, yes, I do know who that is. I know exactly who that is. Yeah.
Yeah, so Stacy Keach, if you don't know, is, I mean, pretty much all-around tough guy. He's got one cameo in Brooklyn Nine-Nine where he's just like, I'm an old rough cop where we used to chew tobacco or chew cigarettes and swallow tobacco.
But it's a movie where he plays like an American trucker in Australia and starts to figure out that there's a guy kidnapping girls on his like route, and so he wants to stop him. It's fucking crazy.
Australia uses fucking road trains. Have you seen this?
No.
It's not really. It's a semi that just pulls the most amount of trailers you've ever seen. It's insane to get to these just super remote places. For boredom, look up Road Train Australia. It won't be a porn, I think mostly promise.
So I'm
don't
sure
look it up
they're
on
going
Pornhub.
mostly straight, not like a bunch of twists and turns. Yeah.
It's like if you're gonna make this fucking trek, you gotta bring like what's your capacity? Cool, we're gonna do exactly that.
Yeah.
And this was written by Tom Holland, not that one.
Spider-Man?
Not Spider-Man.
No, he
wasn't
wasn't born.
he wasn't even born for another 12 years.
He wasn't even itching his daddy's pants.
No.
But Tom Holland wrote this, but he also wrote Psycho 2. That's where he worked with Richard Franklin. And then he wrote and directed a bunch of shit, a bunch of horror movies from the 80s and stuff, and 90s. Fright Night, Child's Play, The Langoliers, Thinner. So he's also still doing stuff. Like, that's what he does is like crazy. Like, he had something on one of them streaming services. It was like Tom Holland's House of Murders or some shit.
Okay.
It was like I think it was like a
so he's a
what do you call
storied,
it?
he's a storied creator.
Saga?
no,
Trilogy?
like,
Collection.
yeah, like whatever, one of them their things. Anthology.
Anthology.
That's a thing.
Anthology.
That's
I
the
said
word.
that.
Yeah, I think both of us said it. If I'm not
Yeah,
wrong, I think
We both said it.
check
Play it back.
Play the tape. I'm pretty sure we both started with saying
Anthology.
anthology.
So this guy didn't direct The Quest. I was wrong. The reason I was thinking about that was because the guy
Fucking
who did
liar.
the music for this did the music for The Quest. He also did the music
was
for
Jean Claude.
No. He also did the music for Mad Max and Road Warrior and Road Games. And have you ever seen a movie called Steel Dawn with Patrick Swayze?
No.
It's like not.
Should I?
It's like maybe we're gonna probably.
Okay.
It's like not cool Mad Max,
Oh, Mad Max.
but
is
it's still got
barely cool
Patrick
Mad
Swayze.
Max.
Dude, you watch your fucking tongue.
Thunderdome.
Podcast over.
Thunderdome is so trash.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I was talking about Mad Max,
Yeah.
not Thunderdome.
Mad Max is good. Road Warrior's amazing.
Mad Max is. It goes. For me, it goes Fury Road, Mad Max, Road Warrior.
Damn, Fury Road that high.
Because
You're
he
not-
made, he
you're
made
not
a
wrong
movie.
in your
He
own
made a
opinion.
movie in 2015 with almost no CG and actual cars and people hanging off poles and all that shit. Like, it's
I think it
above.
the bleeps. don't like new movies. And I don't like long sequels, so I didn't want to watch this movie. I didn't want to watch Fury Road. And both the bleeps were like, dude, there's a new movie that just came out that's so fucking amazing. We'll watch it again with you. And it was that. It's like that's one that they took notice of.
It is an amazing movie.
And the fact that you just said it's all practical stuff, it's like, yeah, that's why it fucking works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so those are all the people who made this movie. So how would you describe this movie? It's like a spy espionage thriller
It is definitely-
for babies.
I might just spoil my recommendations right now. This movie is fucking amazing. It's wild. It is little kids. Dude, it should be so bad. Like on paper, this movie should be so bad, but they're putting these kids in danger. This little girl's got a bomb in her backpack. This guy's got a gun. Like,
Dude, that bad guy literally like threatens this child to his face. You have like a 35-year-old man telling an 11-year-old
are you talking
child.
about the end?
Yeah.
Dude, he says, because we're going to go all over, right?
Yeah.
He says, you're going to want me to kill you, but I'm going to shoot you in the knees, which is more pain than you'll ever experience in death. Then I'm going to shoot you right in the fucking stomach.
And you're
Like,
gonna
he doesn't
beg.
curse, but-
And then
you're
I'm just gonna
beg
watch
for
you.
Demid to kill
What
you.
is this PG?
Yeah.
Whew.
But it's also pre-PG-13.
Yeah.
So
This is a hard PG-13 nowadays, dude. Yeah, it's a fucking child espionage thriller
Yeah.
with imaginary friends that may be real.
So in
Question
the
mark?
in the interview that we watched, he had said something along the lines of, "You can't write shit like this today." You
Tom
can't-
Holland, the
yeah.
writer, yeah, because he's like, we didn't have school shootings and shit back then. He's like, you couldn't do this now.
I still think you could. You would rate it different.
He said something
Yeah.
about you can't point a gun at some kid's head, and I'm like, I feel like I've seen that.
I mean, you just gotta have it rated R.
Yeah,
You can definitely do that.
Yeah.
but the movie was a bomb. I couldn't find the budget, but it made $9.7 million in North America.
With Dabney in it?
It just wasn't with Dabney, sure. With Henry Thomas at this time, like 2 years
Serious.
after
Yeah,
ET,
he was headliner.
I mean, Dabney Coleman, I personally love, and we all had something different we knew him from. You had
I mean, I know him from like 9 to 5.
what was
and
the
stuff,
big
but,
one?
I mean, War Games is
War
the big one
Games,
for
and then
me.
you
9
had
to 5 was mine.
and then mine was The Man with One Red Shoe. He's a storied actor with a bunch more than that.
And he's all over the place.
But I mean, I don't know if he's a household name for most people that don't watch bad movies.
And we should mention Dabney Coleman did pass away this year as well.
yeah.
Rest in
So rest
pictures,
in
Dude,
bud.
pictures.
made it a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
We talked off air about him being in Boardwalk Empire playing the Commodore, and it's like it took you a minute to recognize him because
Yeah.
we knew him from this era, from mid '80s was his time to shine,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden we're in the 2000s watching
well, he's a
him with-
much heavier old guy.
Uh-huh.
And he's in a wheelchair and shit. He's still got the mustache.
yeah. He wasn't in a wheelchair the whole time.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't the whole
He
time.
wasn't. He was young and virile at some points.
Well, the flashbacks aren't him,
Uh-huh.
obviously, because they don't have a time machine.
Well, no, they didn't have the same actor. Never mind. I remember the time he dyed his hair, and
Yeah, they had a different actor playing him when they were doing like the flashback scenes
Uh-huh.
to when he like came to power.
because it
there.
was supposed to be like 40 years ago. And like we can't do that. He's not that good of an actor.
What is this, Saw? We're just gonna put him in a backwards hat.
Did they do that?
Yeah, they took Tobin Bell for a flashback and they just had him wearing a backward hat
What's up,
to make
young
him
fellow
younger,
Americans?
basically. Which
I'm
Do you
not
want
a
to come
cop.
play Pogs?
those are stupid movies and that's dumb, but also respect.
Yeah.
I give it a little bit of credit
we're
to
not
that.
we're not gonna like de-age him like Jeff Bridges in Tron Legacy. Nah, we're just gonna put a backwards hat on him.
Just make his jeans baggier. Give him a Limp Biscuit hoodie.
To be fair,
To be fair.
I don't think Twisted Pictures has the money for de-aging technology.
No,
so.
Disney barely has good enough money for that these days.
There might be a reason that this movie didn't do well. I don't know. So when it first launched in the U.S. In July of '84, it was on a double bill at theaters with Last Starfighter, and then it re-released on its own in August. So those numbers might be on its own. So
Okay.
maybe that didn't help the numbers, and then also people watched Last Starfighter and then this, and maybe liked Last Starfighter more.
I mean, I said I liked this movie. Last Starfighter's better.
I'm not sure.
More enjoyable.
I'm not sure.
Ooh.
It's been a while. It's been like 3 years since I've watched Last Starfighter.
Oh, okay. You
so-
say a while, and I was like, oh, like 15 years.
No, it's
No,
been like 4
is
years.
good. 3 years is good. You get it, though. You know.
Don't ask me.
I'm gonna. Just
Good
not
movie.
right
It
now.
is a good movie.
It is. So you'll watch Last Starfighter and think this is a really good movie with the worst graphics that you can see now.
Okay.
Yeah. like they look slightly better than Power Rangers,
but also 15 years before.
but yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, you know,
All right.
product of the time in a good way.
That's not. What
Fred
is it?
Savage? It's not.
What? Starfighter. That's not the one with not Matthew Broderick.
No, that's
Lillard.
War Games.
Are you thinking of Matthew Lillard and Freddie Prinze Jr.?
No, I don't
You
know what I'm
shouldn't.
thinking. What's
Should
the
never.
one where they're like flying planes and
Iron Eagle?
yeah?
That is
That's
Lou
one I
Gossett Jr.
Yeah.
And is that Matthew Broderick in the first one? And Iron Eagle? I don't know. It's been fucking a minute since I've
Yeah.
watched that.
No,
Bless you.
the star of Last Starfighter is Lance Guest, of course.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
No, I remember.
I
He was
don't
almost
know.
like a
Fucking
Richard
It
Marx
sounds like a
looking
porn
guy.
star you got at the last second.
He kind of
Uh,
looks like Richard Marx. He's got like the dark brown, wavy mullet hair
Okay.
and an earring.
Most, according to IMDb, most known for The Last Starfighter and Jaws: The Revenge. That's
Oh.
4.
Oh,
That's
the one with Mario
Mako
Van
Caine.
Peebles and Mako Kai.
My cocaine.
Okay, so let's get this movie.
Yeah, so the movie starts with kind of a fake out scene, right? Starts like a
It's
spy
espionage.
action adventure, which it is, but it's
Dabney
different.
Coleman parachutes in with the most American flag parachute you've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Russia, and this guy comes in, and he's literally his parachute is a whole ass American flag.
Dude, it is least subtle you've ever seen. But I did like the effect of the parachute pulling, like sucking
Yeah,
up into
that
the
was-
back of his shirt.
Super
Yeah.
dope.
And then he like pretends to be a Russian, and the Russians are like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Well, he goes to smoke a cigarette and shoots the guy with a dart, like with his little gadget cigarette
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
Yeah.
right in the neck. And then what happens?
And then there's like a sheik and a
Yes.
sexy lady coming
Yes.
to the party.
He uses his Rolex to
Have
turn into a
saw?
buzzsaw, cuts that, and then he, dispatches of all the bad guys, and the sexy lady's kind of staring at him, and then she pulls a gun, and he just has his beret right in front of him, reflects the bullets right back to her.
Yep.
Shot in the tit.
Shot in
through
the
the tit, and you're to blame.
Darling.
You give bras a blood stain.
Oh. Yeah, it's a 22 she has, right?
It could be one of those little
It was a-
380s. It could be a 25.
It
I didn't
looks-
get a good enough look at it, but it is a bra
It
gun.
fit in her bra.
It could even be one of those little 22 Derringers.
Depends on
That's
how
what's
big your boobs are. You can fit all kinds of guns
I
in a bra.
know. Whitney's got an AK-47 in her bra right now.
You want to see it?
Whoop.
Just one of those belt-fed machine guns,
Where did you get the Gatling gun?
and the full 9 are in there.
Dude,
the
I want
whole
I,
9 yards.
I totally want little Derringers. The little guys just right here.
This is Arizona. They'd get all sweaty and quit working.
Oh yeah, it's true. You're gonna want a Glock for that.
And we can't fail to mention. So Dabney Coleman is playing 2 characters in this. Here he's Jack Flack, secret agent,
Captain Jack Flack.
and he's also playing Henry Thomas's dad.
Colonel Thomas.
Yeah, Dad Thomas.
Lieutenant.
Sure.
Dave
Lieutenant.
Thomas.
Lieutenant?
Lieutenant.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No, Staff Sergeant.
There you go.
And we also can't fail to mention that he was in Muppets Take Manhattan
We can't fail that.
or Inspector Gadget.
We can fail that one. We could have left that one behind, dude. He's rolling over in his grave right now because somebody mentioned him in Inspector Gadget. Good God.
Oh, so yeah, it cuts to from that. Well, these big fake dice start rolling at him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
big
these big
10-sided
20s.
dice.
10s or
They're
20s?
12s actually.
They're-
They're 12s.
12s, yeah.
Oh, because he rolled a
'Cause he
24.
rolls a 24, which is a great roll
Yeah.
on 2 12s.
Because his agility is 24. You had to roll a perfect fucking 2 12s.
It's a nat 24, baby.
and it cuts to Henry Thomas and this little girl Kim.
That's not fair. I died and you get to live.
I had 9 more bullets than he did.
Played by a little girl named Christina Nigri, maybe, who was in some other stuff, but she pretty much quit acting in like 1993. And according to an interview,
Honestly, good for her.
well, according to an interview I watched with Henry Thomas, she's a lawyer now.
Good.
And he's like, and he literally said that. He's like, so good for her. She had a backup plan.
Yeah.
I think
no,
his
no.
I think
She
his
didn't
inference
get-
there was I didn't.
She didn't get eaten up by Hollywood.
Yeah.
He
He said
did
they
some
still
nasty
talk too.
stuff.
He said we still get together. That's
Yeah,
cool.
It's called therapy.
We get together.
No,
group therapy for
I
child
said-
actors.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin heads that shit.
He hates that shit.
Corey Haim's not there anymore. I said right away, she's competent. I mean, she's got good
I do love her lift.
presence to it. Her lift is so good, but she's not delivering lines. She's acting. And both of
Yeah.
you had said The casting agent
Yeah, the
straight up was like, I don't fucking cast cute.
Nope.
I cast acting.
She was pretty brutal in her interview.
was.
Like,
I
she's
loved
just
it.
like, I don't give a shit if they're kids. Like, I don't care if they're cute. I want them to be able to act. And they both pull it off. I mean, she has less to do, but Henry Thomas, I think, does really good in this. He's making himself cry and shit. Like,
It's a couple times.
conveying emotion as a child. I mean, he had just watched that alien die a couple years ago, so he just brings that back.
I remember when I watched that little person in a suit die.
Oh, and speaking of ET, don't forget to check out Patreon this month at patreon.com/worstpeople to get our episode on ET, the extraterrestrial, by the great Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
It's only $3 a month, folks. And back to the show. So yeah, they're hanging out at the game dungeon or something, which is a terrible name to let your kids hang out at.
Hey, Dad, I'm just going to go to the dungeon for a couple hours and hang out with this fully grown man named Maurice.
It's
you're not.
a dope name for a game store, though.
It is, but it's weird to let your kids hang out at the game dungeon
It's
with
the
Bill,
80s.
Bill Forsyth.
It's in the mall.
But I'm just saying, like, just because it was okay in the 80s doesn't mean it's okay.
And he's got these
Fake-
bubbles from
Fake
fucking
Coke
was it?
bottle lenses.
Yeah, from
Trailer Park
Boys.
Bubbles glasses.
That's what he's wearing. His eyes are huge,
They are.
and this terrible wig.
Uh-huh.
The beard looks real
Well, because he just didn't shave.
for 2 days.
What were
We
we?
need you to have a beard. Say less.
We just watched something, and she's Lolita, and she's like, "Oh, you look terrible. You need to shave." He's like, "Well, I haven't shaved since yesterday. A real man shaves twice a day."
You know,
Man,
60s.
I'm not a
Gross.
real man. I haven't shaved twice this fucking millennia.
I was like, what if you shaved twice in your life?
Yeah.
I know.
You don't
what he
have an
has.
excuse, though. You had a dad that would have taught you how to shave.
Me?
I have this out of necessity.
My dad had a beard.
Oh, okay. His dad didn't teach him how to shave.
But William Forsythe, a.k.a. Bill in this, we've seen on the show before, of course. Savage Dawn, one of our very first
Yes.
episodes.
Stone Cold, one of my favorites.
Yeah, and you got to go back to the archives for Savage Dawn on Patreon at patreon.com/worstpeople.
I wasn't here for that.
It's a good movie. It's not, but it's a fun
Was
movie.
I
Fun
on
movie,
Savage
good.
Dawn?
No, it was just me.
I
It was the
wasn't
third
even on it.
episode. It was just
Alright.
me and Patrick.
Dang. OG.
Lance Henriksen and Bill Forsythe
Yeah.
and George Kennedy.
What?
Yeah.
So we got to watch it.
Yes.
Yeah, I have it.
It's-
on Blu-ray.
It's
you
actually.
do. So we got to watch that then. All right.
I will actually watch it. Also,
We'll do an ep on that again.
we don't have to do an up. We can just watch it.
It can be one of our anniversaries, like we did Tammy and the T-Rex last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a plan for later this year already.
Don't tell her.
I already know.
Don't
It's
tell
going to
me.
involve
Oh, don't. All right, tell me.
It's going to
Nope.
involve one of our previous guests.
Bleep.
It involves a previous guest from Canada.
Aw.
Is it
And it
Ryan?
has nothing
Is
to-
Ryan from Canada?
And it has nothing to do with sharks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And you're going to be very excited.
Okay.
Actually, you might have been on the episode the first time we did it. I think you
Yeah.
were. You were. That was your
Yeah.
first episode.
No.
Yeah.
Not
My
with-
first
Yeah.
episode was Miami Connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, why was
My father.
I have to do that movie with you guys?
You get to,
Get
motherfucker.
to.
You don't have to. You can
Dude,
sit that
we're
one
friends
out.
forever.
You can sit that one out if you
I
want.
think you need bleep on that.
You can,
Against the
yeah,
ninja.
You can sit it out if you want to, but you shouldn't.
If you want to prepare, I
Fight
have
the ninja.
I have the vinyl of the soundtrack.
Of course he does.
I have a T-shirt that says Dragon Sound on it.
I do too.
All right,
I
I'll
have
wear
two
it.
of them.
Mine's red, so I don't wear it out of my house a lot.
Oh, we have one of their shirts.
Yeah.
Nice. Classic. Or classy. Neither of those.
Neither of those work.
So they steal some walkie-talkies from Bill Forsythe.
He sends them on a mission to go
He
get
does.
fucking Twinkies.
He's like,
And this
there's
poor
a
guy
secret
never
message
gets
in the.
Twinkies.
He doesn't.
He doesn't get his Twinkies. They steal his walkie-talkies. And
And-
spoiler alert, he gets shot in the face.
Yeah.
Worst
They-
friends ever.
They steal a game,
Oh, yeah. Henry Thomas steals from him, too. Like from
and
the
he
actual
doesn't
store.
get his money back.
Oh yeah. Sorry. By the way, the whole time they're gonna call this a tape.
Oh my God! Fuck you.
It's an Atari cartridge.
So this is clearly a case of the writer not having any idea what video games are.
uh-huh.
Because it looks kind of like an
only-
8-track, right?
Only
So-
once do we get. I think it's
at the very
Henry
end.
Thomas says
Henry
game
Thomas.
cartridge.
He's like, they have a cartridge of mine. Other than that, this is tape.
And these are Atari 5200 games, and which I didn't have. I had a 2600. But this game actually, so it came out on arcades. So this is a real game.
Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think, and it was like for this movie.
I
But
wonder
don't
because
thi- I think
it's
it said-
developed. Somebody made a game here.
Yeah, I think the thing I was reading said it never ended up coming out on the 5200 because then there was the big video game crash. And speaking of Atari and Henry Thomas,
It's because of ET. Buried ass ET games.
the biggest failure of any video game ever, and also one of the least playable games ever made.
Yeah, I remember. I didn't play it. I remember
No one played
watching
it.
something.
You can download an emulator now where people have fixed it, and you can actually get out of that pit.
That's that one that they sold, or they buried all the copies in a landfill in New Mexico or something.
That was always a big rumor that they buried a bunch of the games, and then somebody went and dug it up, and yeah, they buried thousands and thousands of copies of this in a landfill.
So was it like a glitch in the making, or they were
Yes.
like, haha, nobody?
They
I think it was
rushed
like
it out. They rushed it out. They gave, so I can't remember the exact numbers, but most video games took like a year or more to develop,
Mhm.
and they wanted this done in weeks.
That's not.
And somebody at Atari was like,
I don't think
"Yeah,
you
we'll
can
fucking
even
do
do that
it."
today.
Well, they definitely can't do it today.
Definitely not today. Back then, you had a better chance.
You only had
We're
a
talking
team
about-
of like 4 people.
Well, an 8-bit
But-
shit,
Yeah.
you know. Now it's a whole different fucking beast, but
I don't know. I saw this game. Is it 8?
it might not be 8.
I think 8's like the
I don't
minimum.
think they're using the
know.
full 8. But either way, it was just a rush job where somebody at Atari was like, "Fuck yeah, dude, I'll take that job on. We can do that." And they made a game that you couldn't play past a certain level.
So they go on this mission to go to Textronics video game company. They ask this security guard who is RDA because he looks like the Spanish RDJ. Come
He's definitely RDJ.
on. Where the games are, where the company is, and he's like, "Oh yeah, 7th floor. Go on up."
Yeah, I don't care.
Mind
what
you,
you're
he's sneaking around the lobby with a gun. The kid is.
doing. Dude, I don't think the security guard sees it, but he's got a fake gun, very reminiscent of Patreon episode of Airheads. I thought he was putting hot sauce in this little bird, but no, monster blood.
Yeah, fake blood, not as useful as hot sauce.
Hot sauce is much more useful.
Much
He's in
more.
Texas, dude. He could get hot
Okay,
sauce.
everyone over there, or I'm gonna fucking stab you with my dick. This kid just gets raw right now. Calm down.
So they're going
Don't
up.
tell me to calm down.
He sends Kim up on the elevator, not with the 2 shady guys, because we
Yep.
see Alvarez and Haversham or something. I
Ooh,
think
I'm
is the
surprised
name.
you got Haversham.
They say it like once. Maybe it's
Yeah.
Havershaw. I did recognize that actor, and I had to look him up because obviously I don't know the actor's name, but I
Hit
knew
me,
what I
Daddy.
recognized him from. He's a football player, or was a football player.
Uh-huh.
A guy named Tim Rosovich. I don't know who he played for.
Not bringing up a name.
Uh,
I'd guess
but-
the Raiders. He looks mean.
I was gonna say the Bears.
I recognized him from Avenging Angel, which everybody knows. It's the second in a
I
trilogy
wish you
of
could
Angel
see my
movies.
face.
I mentioned Angel on one other episode because I got
Oh,
very excited.
Angel, she's a prostitute
Yeah.
that ends up. Yeah, you've mentioned that.
I got very excited because I recognized the cowboy with the plastic guns
uh-huh.
from that movie. But this guy is like a goon in the second one. I think his name is like Willie Butts. I'm pretty sure he's the one who
Willie
throws a little
Butts.
kid, like a baby, off like a 3rd floor walkway.
He has the chance to do that in this movie.
They throw a baby dummy off a walkway in that movie, and
Good
it's fucking amazing.
God.
It's great. Someone catches it. It's fine.
All right. I mean, no, it's a dummy anyway.
It's great though. But so she's going up the
Loves the
elevator.
dummy, this fucking guy.
He's going up the stairs, trying to be stealthy, but not.
Bouncing a softball off the walls.
Slamming
Sorry,
doors.
point of order, a grenade.
Correct.
Because he throws to the little girl, he's like, "Take my grenade," and she throws it back like, "I'm not gonna be embarrassed by your little fucking baby shit games."
She did tell him, "Don't embarrass me." And while
Yeah.
he's talking about all this spy shit, she's
This
like,
is
"This
what I meant."
This is embarrassing.
This right here is why you have no friends. This is why your mom left.
We're only friends because I'm your neighbor.
She's dead.
This
She
is
killed
why your mom
herself.
killed
She
herself.
left. She fucking left on her own accord. She took the 22 out of no fucking
She waved
Nowheresville.
slowly at him and then shot herself in the head.
She took those midnight pills.
But apparently, the building across from this building has a mirror at every stop on the walkway.
Yeah, I was with you. Where
I think it's just a
obviously-
mirror in the
Well, there-
in the hallway. So
No,
you can
because
see
he
when-
sees upstairs what's
yeah,
happening.
it's reflections.
No,
it's
he's,
the
see
he's
same.
looking
him.
at the building across the way. It's like they just have reflective windows.
I don't think it's across the way. I
It
think
is. He's
oh.
looking out the window at a mirror with a
Because
reflective
that's how
window.
he sees this dude get
I
killed.
thought it was in the hallway. And
No,
then he
I
was
thought
just-
so too. For a second, I was like, okay, he's looking across the
I did
building
too.
and he's watching this murder. And then all of a sudden, the guy that gets shot by these ruffians comes out of the door right above him. It's like, what the fuck?
And it's partially on the movie, but it's also partially on us because they do have him when he first gets to the first flight of stairs. He sees himself in the reflection and like hides and like pretends to shoot like he's doing spy shit.
Yeah,
so,
it's
like,
on us, but it's also just a very confusing thing as a city to have that many. Like, what are you doing? Just mirroring up that building.
They really want to reflect light into the passing drivers.
have a
Seen
building
shiny
like that.
windows. Come on.
We have buildings like that downtown.
Well, yeah, I guess you're trying to keep the heat out. It's San Antonio, dude.
True.
Hey guys, after this episode, I really kind of want to go out and get a beer. What are you thinking?
I mean, okay, look, the thing is, I deal with beer so much in my life. I want something else. I'm fine with beer, but I want like a stiff cocktail or a nice glass of whiskey.
You know, the music box is just down the way, and you can get an awesome cocktail, or they even have like Tombstone and other great beers on tap.
The music box, where would I find that?
Oh, you mean the music box at 6951 East 22nd Street in
Yeah.
Tucson, Arizona?
Right down there at 22nd and Cole.
Yeah, they've got a great selection of whiskey, gin, tequila, mezcal, other spirits.
Ooh, sometimes they have like pudding shots and jello shots.
You're putting me on.
And depending on the night of the week, we can get karaoke, live music. It's great.
Ooh, on happy hour it's Wednesday. It's on happy hour.
Yeah.
I'm in. You guys are selling me.
Let's go to the Music Box Lounge right
Woo!
now.
Let's go.
Sharks of the Corn? Virus Shark? Cocaine Shark? Sharktopus? Yeah, those are all real movies. Join me, Steve Coates, as each week I take a comedic look at the bizarre world of sharksploitation cinema on Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast.
So this is when we have imaginary Dabney Coleman show up, Jack Flack. He just
tight
appears.
close up of these buns.
Oof. Is that America's ass?
That's America's ass.
And he's talking to Davey when Davey notices these goons beating up this scientist and shooting him. The guy comes out and gives him this game cartridge
Cloak
for
and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger, and he says 1,329,542, and then he dies.
What would happen if you went over that score? It's like,
I think
try
when you,
again.
I think when
wouldn't let
you
you.
reach that score,
Gotcha.
it stops.
But wouldn't it be great if you're like 1 point off and all of a sudden you did something that got you like 4 points? Like, oh, damn it. Gotta start over.
And then, do they throw this guy? They throw this guy off, right?
Yeah,
He
they
goes-
throw this guy down.
This is where we get a dummy, but they
Yeah.
don't fucking show the dummy enough.
No.
This is why this movie's not 5-star.
So it might be that they know it looks like a dummy, but
Yeah.
also it might be because it's a kid's
It's
movie.
a PG.
They do show the dummy like at the bottom or the dead guy at
Slumped on the bottom.
But we don't
but
see
they
him
don't
hit
show the
either
body
rails.
fall the way. This isn't
We-
American Psycho.
Yeah.
Just holding the chainsaw, waiting for that
Yeah.
girl to get to the bottom.
We don't
I love
see
that
all
part.
that. Bummer.
And he
That's
gets
my
down
porn
there and
tape.
tells the security guard that there's some people murdered a dude. They go back, body's gone. Bum bum bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
Why are you lying, kid?
And we all know there'd be so much fucking blood, guts, and ass here.
Seriously, it went 7 floors.
Seven fucking floors. There is,
And
he
it
at
did
least shit
actually hit-
himself.
The dummy does hit one of the rails.
I know, but it cuts right as he's
Yeah, it
hitting. I'm like,
does.
I want to see him ping pong, dude.
Right?
Please.
And
The
then
best part of cinema.
this other guy comes down dressed like a scientist, but it turns out he's not. He's one of these goons. His name is Rice in the movie. He's played by a guy named
Welcome
Michael
back.
Murphy.
Welcome back.
He played the mayor in Batman Returns. So we've had him on the show before. He's also one of the 3 human characters. Well, I guess there's 4, but 3 main characters in a movie that I have over here that's a highly recommended movie called Phase 4, where ants get hyper intelligent and take over the planet.
Not where I thought that was going.
And it's not what you're thinking. Like, it's not giant monster ants or anything. It's really good, but he's the young guy. There's an old man, there's an
Not
old priest, a
sold
young
on this.
priest,
I need an old ant and a young ant.
and then there's a girl that they find in this desert, and then they're all in this like geodesic dome, and they're being assaulted by hyper intelligent ants.
Okay. Sounds like
It's-
a personal hell.
And it ends with like a 2001-esque like space baby sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Sounds worth watching.
So this cop takes Davy and Kim home. Kim, I mean, they do watch her go into the gate. Like
Yeah.
the cop watches her go, which is more than you would expect from an 80s movie.
Well, she had to unlock it with a key.
But it's still like, all right, little girl, go on. It's the middle of the night. You're fine.
Yeah, just
go on your
we're gonna
own.
move on. I'm gonna assume you're okay.
And he takes Davy to his door. Door opens. It's Dabney Coleman again, but he's Davy's dad. This cop, Lieutenant Fleming, is played by Robert Decoy, maybe? Doki?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I like
Doki is
Doqui.
yeah.
Uh,
But you recognize him.
I recognize him
way
immediately.
better than I did.
I recognized his voice,
Uh-huh.
even though he's not doing the exact thing he does in those movies. But he plays the Sergeant Reed, I believe.
Sounds right.
In charge of the police department in all 3 RoboCop movies.
Yeah.
So
Because, you got to have a black chief.
exactly.
And he's got to be yelling. That's how you know it's a cop movie.
And Jack mentioned that while we were watching this. He's like, well, he's not yelling. I'm like, well, he's only a lieutenant right now.
He hasn't gotten that promotion. He goes from San Antonio. He goes over there and he gets like great honors in Detroit.
Gets transferred to Detroit. What's the company called? OCP.
OCP.
Buys the police department.
He's down with
promotes him.
OCP.
Yeah, you know me.
You know DeQuee. I wish his name was DeQuee. It's not.
I don't know. The internet told me Doki, and that sounds wrong.
Yeah, I don't know enough to argue with the internet, though.
Neither do I. In that he's credited with an apostrophe in there. It's like DO apostrophe. So I feel like it's got to be something different. But
Yeah.
anyway, it doesn't matter because he's in 2 scenes of this movie. But he's bringing him home and he's telling the dad, like, hey, so your kid said there was a murder, so we got called.
He kind of started some shit. Do you want to take him out to the woodshed or do you want me to? Look, your kid needs to get beat, okay? I'm not saying who wants to do it. I'm just saying I would love to. I mean, I will do it.
It's the 80s. Anybody can hit your kid.
Why are you hitting my kid? He had the cops called to us. Say no more.
Why are you hitting my kid?
He lied to
Snarky.
me.
Snarky. Sass.
And they
Can't
have this
have
like
that.
heartfelt talk Dabney Coleman and Henry Thomas do about like he's telling him what happened and he's like, well, if mom was here she'd believe me.
She probably would.
And it's good because Dabney Coleman, it's gruff 80s parenting,
I love this line.
but it's not bad 'cause
I
he's
miss
like,
mom. And he's like, yeah, I miss her too. But she's not coming back.
she's not here and she's not gonna be here.
Yeah.
Like the way you say that's harsh, but also you
You're
gotta
11.
understand it, kid.
I
Like,
get the
we
feel
don't know
that-
how long mom's been dead.
Well,
so.
I get the feeling this is not the first conversation.
Yeah.
Because this is not how you say it the first time.
No.
This isn't like,
But
hey,
like-
where's mom? Oh, she went to the hospital. She died. She's not coming back. She'll never fucking be here again. Time to toughen up, go get a job as a coal miner or work in the fucking steel mill and suck it up.
Well, can I sleep with you tonight?
No, take a cigar and fall asleep on the couch like a man.
Here's a whiskey and a cigar.
Here's your
Go watch
whiskey.
the Bears until the national anthem comes on.
This is
Oh no, it's San Antonio.
This is
Go
San
watch the
Antonio.
Spurs.
Watch the fucking Cowboys, root for Troy Aikman, and shut the fuck up.
Was Troy Aikman a thing in the 80s?
Not here.
Okay.
Not 85. And Jerry Jones we trust. All right, son? You thank Jerry Jones and you go to bed.
So he's trying to prove to his dad that
If
this
I say
cloak-
Jerry Jones again, Amber's going to come out and yell at me.
is he racist?
He's the owner of the Cowboys and he's terrible.
Oh, okay. Oh, because she loves the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah, dumb indeed.
I don't even sports and I know that's
I
dumb.
hope she's listening to this right now. Your fandom is a fucking sham. It's a shamdom.
So he wants to prove to his dad that this Cloak and Dagger cartridge has some kind of secrets in it.
Point of order tape.
So he starts playing it. I'm not saying tape.
I know, I'm not going to do it.
He starts playing it, and Dad watches him play like 2 levels, and he's like, "All right, this is enough of this
Shut
shit."
it off. Well, because he's not explaining it well. He's like, the guy said numbers. Like, what numbers? Like, I don't know, some numbers. And he
Look,
just
Dad, I just got to get to 1,000,000 points. Just hold on a minute.
wait. I got to eat a cherry, a banana.
It only took that kid like 9 minutes from the wizard to get to 40,000 on Double Dragon. So
Well, he's the wizard. He's the wizard, dude. Getting split hairs here. But no, it's like he starts playing it for almost like fun, you know?
yeah,
And the dad's like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know. Let me just get to the next level. Oh, come on, Dad.
come on, one more level.
He gets super.
How many times
like,
did you say one more level and then get in trouble?
I said it last night. Just to myself.
Well, tell me to your parents though.
Yeah.
You say it to yourself, it
Oh,
doesn't matter.
yeah.
If you disappoint yourself all the time.
Well, and back then it was even more important. It was like, there's no save.
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, Derrick, hit fucking pause, save it, and you'll come back to Starfield tomorrow. Okay, guy? But back then, dude, it was like, I have to beat Mario tonight. Because if I hit pause,
Well,
there's a
because the
good
first
chance it
game with a
overheats.
save feature was Legend of Zelda on the NES. That wasn't
Uh-huh.
until the later 80s.
And that was also kind of not only the first, but an only.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't many after that.
And the great thing about that is if you have one of those, your save game's gone. That save worked because there was a battery in that thing.
Yep.
And guess what you can't replace?
Yeah. How do you open that cartridge? Ask fucking Billy Forsyth.
Ask these guys. Yeah, apparently the screwdriver.
Yeah,
That might be true, actually.
That microchip's not supposed to be there.
Also, I didn't think they had screwdrivers right there.
Yeah, Bill Forsythe did. He had his. I'm going with Bill.
No, you mean in the cartridge?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never tried to take one apart.
Oh, I
To
would.
me,
I don't know. Off
A
the top of my
cartridge
head.
might as well be magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how it works. I don't care how it works.
If I
care
open
that
this,
it
the game will
works.
stop working.
Yep.
Exactly.
The Earth might spin off its axis into the sun.
I can't play Battletoads anymore if I unscrew the back of this thing.
Dude, Earthworm Jim is gonna be fucked if I take a screwdriver to this.
I just played that on Windows
Earthworm Jim?
on the computer
Emulator.
Oh.
in 90.
Ow.
Ow.
No, I was doing Earthworm Jim. Similar.
Oh, I don't know.
Ow. Every time you hit the spikes or you hit anything that hurt you, he went, ow.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mow.
So Dad takes Cloak and Dagger.
bunch
he
of
takes,
acid.
Well, he doesn't take Cloak and Dagger. 'Cause
No,
Henry
no, he
Thomas has
turns the
later.
TV off.
He turns the TV off, which turns off the Atari,
It's like,
apparently.
hey, watch this. I would just, dude, stop
Turn the
arguing with your
volume
dad and
off.
being a shit dad or shit kid. Wait till your dad goes to bed, turn the volume off, turn the TV back on, and you beat that fucking game.
Yeah.
No, but you need that music. It's a well-composed beeps.
You know it's more satisfying than well-composed beeps?
Sleeping with
Sticking
your
it to
dad,
your
apparently?
fucking dadney.
Dabny Coleman.
Dadney,
Well, no, because
step-dadney.
Dad walks away and he's like, "Can I sleep with you?"
Well, right before that, he tells his dad he hates him.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
do want to mention that the games he takes a bunch of like role-playing books, like D&D and stuff. You see the D&D books in his arm. In the interview I watched with Henry Thomas, he was
He
like,
loved that
basically, he was like, I was basically kind of a star at this time, and he was being humble about it. But he was like, people like Universal or whoever this was, I think it was Universal, came to me and they were like, what do kids like? What should be in this movie? Whatever. So he just started listing off shit he liked, which included D&D, which he was introduced to on ET by someone there. So I was
Probably
like, well, that's
Spielberg.
cool. Maybe he played it with Destry Spielberg. Now she probably wasn't born yet.
level 34 made. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Can
you
you-
can't get to level 34,
You
dude.
can't-
Even Spielberg can.
If you
True.
join a
This
new,
is my game.
if you join a new like
Session?
campaign
Campaign. Better
with
word.
other people, can you bring your own character?
Yeah, right?
I mean, yeah, theoretically. It depends on, yes, the DM.
I guess that's what
Okay.
it is. DM's rules, dude.
They are God.
I mean, there are books with a bunch of rules, but the ultimate say is the DM on
yeah,
everything.
it's all up to the Dickmeister.
Yeah.
Well, I married a dungeon master.
Too bad he's not a Dickmeister.
But I love it because basically this is when the dad takes the shit and he's like, stop with all this fantasy Cloak and Dagger bullshit. And we were talking a little bit, so I missed exactly what he said. He said something about like, those guys work down there fixing bikes. They don't worry about fantasy shit.
Yeah.
So like, is he telling this kid to go get a job?
Uh-huh.
He's like, you're 11.
I think I said it last episode. Child labor laws.
Yeah.
Ruining this country.
Dabney Coleman's like, when I was 11, I was on my third job, you pussy.
When I was 11, I was divorced. I had a fucking addiction to cigarettes and coffee. You punk.
When I was 11, my first wife left me because I drank too much whiskey and smoked too many cigars.
What year is it? When I was 11, I was in Korea fighting Koreans. I didn't care which side.
I'm waiting for a retort.
I got nothing.
Ah,
good
Jack
one.
gets the point.
So
He's old.
Henry Thomas gets a mysterious phone call from Rice, I
Oh,
believe.
it's a creeper phone call, too.
And
Is
he was-
this David G. McGilly? What is his last
Osborne.
name? Osborne.
So close. Say it again.
Is this David G. Osborne?
Yeah, this is David G. McGilly.
I know where you live.
Oh, shit.
Don't say yes.
But the way this
Right?
guy even says it when he was like, yeah, good. It flashes of the Emperor.
yeah.
I feel your anger.
So then Henry Thomas goes and has a father-son snuggle with Dabney Coleman. We'll just leave that sentence where it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that.
No seat?
Don't have a seat right here, Dabney Coleman. He ain't getting me too'd. Gentlemen. That's America's morals.
Okay, because we're almost there. I have info on Mr. Tim Rosovic.
Mr. Who?
Tim Rosovic.
Who's
Mustache Man.
Oh, mustache.
Willie Butts.
So
Willie
he was known as one of the more bizarre NFL characters in the 60s and 70s.
Ooh.
He played for USC and was the first round pick of the Eagles,
Eagles.
and then was a practical joker and a constant attention seeker. 6'4". he would light himself on fire at parties.
Well, that is quite the trick.
So what you're
Holy
saying
shit.
is, to be a football player and an actor, you just have to be an insane character in your game life too. Because
I just
Brian
want to know
Bosworth,
how that started. Like, hey, look at this. That's funny. Look at that. I'm on fire. That's
great.
funny.
I already did the whole arm. What do I do next? I guess I do my leg, and then next time I got to do my balls.
I'm running out of things to set on fire. How about yourself? Ooh.
So yeah, he did it was the Eagles and then the Oilers and maybe the Chargers. I don't know.
Oh man, the Oilers. I haven't heard that name in a while. They don't exist.
Oh, well, they did in
They're
the
the
70s.
Titans. See, I know things.
I didn't even know that.
Yes and no. Because it was the Houston Oilers, then it was to Tennessee, which became the Titans, and now Houston has a team called the Texans. So you are right.
Okay, I'm
That
happy.
Okay, glad.
It sounded like he was
that
happy. I
makes
said he was
sense.
right about football.
Right.
That's cool too. But I Googled Tim Rosevich on fire. Now, this is before cell phones, so I didn't know if I'd find anything. I have a photograph of Tim Rosevich on fire.
Yeah, you do. So post that for
Post
the fucking
that.
episode.
You will see this.
Holy shit,
if you
dude.
follow us on
Everything.
Facebook, Graham,
Rosevich is fucking on fire.
Well, if he played for the Oilers and now he's in this movie that was based out of Texas, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Well, and the Oilers, I mean, they're going to go up in flames anytime.
Well, there's proof right there.
Covered in oil.
It was it's from an article here that's titled Tim Rosevich, a wild man burning to make a difference.
All right, he's not a fucking Tibetan monk.
And it's from PhiladelphiaEagles.com.
Yeah, he's a partier. He's not a fucking protester.
He's like, yeah, no more bras.
Yeah.
Light me on fire.
I'll burn your bras while I wear them.
But so the next morning, Henry Thomas trying to go to work with his dad. His dad is a staff sergeant in the military and is like, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. This is the 80s. Get on your bike. Get the fuck out of here. There's no bikes in this, which is a surprise.
I'm sorry, though. I know it's the 80s, but if your kid was like, hey, I'm having paranoid delusions, you think they're paranoid delusions.
He just thinks it's an
He
overactive
couldn't take him to his
imagination.
top secret
But
base.
your kid is terrified. Like, just fucking bring him to work one day.
Rub
Have him
some
sit
dirt on
there.
it, you're fine.
You'll be, I know. It's the 80s
I'm
shit.
as a product of the 80s and begging my mom, like, I don't want to be home alone. Can I go to work with you? And she worked at a hospital. And the only time she would take me is if she got called in the hours between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. And then she'd wake me up and take me to the hospital with her.
Yeah.
Other than that, no.
I just think most parents would, if they had the option to take their child to work when they were like, hey, there's men trying to kill me. You're like, all right, fine. Stay with me for the day just to prove you're wrong.
Yeah, but he's been dealing with his son talking about fantasy shit like this. There's even a part where,
I feel
you
like-
still talk to Captain Jack?
I feel like it's an escalation.
He thinks
though.
it's in his head.
You're right, though. He is. He does say Captain Jack Flack is back again.
Yeah.
Guess who's back? Jack Flack's back.
Again.
I went to work with my dad, but it was like when IBM did like take your kid to work day shit. And then I went to work with my mom, but
My
that was
dad
when I
took
was
somebody
suspended
else's
from
kid.
school for 3 weeks and I couldn't stay home.
Because do you know what he would do if he stayed home?
Huh.
Smoke weed.
Oh yeah.
Play video games and masturbate. And she said, no
What
fun
are you,
for
a
you.
42-year-old bartender?
You telling
named
me I
Jack?
couldn't masturbate at Target?
Are you telling me you
get
masturbated
in
at
those women's
Target?
clothes. Well, there's a
He's
Target.
hiding inside the clothes racks.
He was trying to hit every Target in the store.
I just hung out. I just hung out in the changing rooms.
I'll put those
Under
panties
the
back.
pile of clothes.
Do you want me to return that bra?
He wore a red shirt and khakis. They just thought he worked there.
I kept getting busted because I was like, that bra doesn't fit right. Shit, I shouldn't have said anything.
They heard me.
Why are we joking about my husband being a perv?
Because it's funny.
Because he's not.
He's,
Well, I mean, he's perverted in the
Who's
good
not?
sense.
he's
Everybody's
married to
perverted.
me.
He's not perverted in the sense that he hides at Target with khakis and a red shirt.
I've never jerked off in the middle of a clothing rack.
You
I did
I feel
hide.
like you did.
I did hide in them, but
Dude,
you
my
have to be
friend,
smaller
you
than I
haven't
was.
lived.
By the time I was jerking
The
off,
round
I
ones?
was too big, too tall to be inside the clothing racks.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the round ones that I would
Oh,
like? My
yeah.
sister and I used to hide inside of those.
For
That
sure.
was my
And then-
favorite part of going back to school shopping.
I mean, every kid that was in one of those racks, like, that was the most cool hideout that no one would ever think of
You
besides
hear your
you.
mom calling for
And
you.
your mom opens it up and she's like, you little shitbird.
Fuck you, kid. What? Nothing.
Should have had an abortion.
I will spank you in front of all of these people, and they will applaud me. That's what I got.
Jokes
And then
on
I go
you, I'm a
home and I'm
voyeur.
like, Dad, we need to go buy some tuna. Why? Mom said she should have had albacore.
Mom said something about an albacore. Is she hungry?
An albacore shun.
Albacorson.
Albacorset?
A fish wearing
It's a
tight
corset.
top.
It's a corset made out of tuna.
Oh. I was thinking of a tuna wearing one.
Ugh.
Okay, so it's been an hour and we're like half hour into this movie. So
Hey,
we'll go
I'm not
through
even
some
the one
stuff.
talking.
It's fun. It's great. It's good stuff. It's good material. But so there's a secret conversation that's not secret on the walkie-talkies with Kim, and I only mention it because it's funny when Kim is like talking to her mom, and she's like, "Oh yeah, his dad, whatever." She's like, what kind of guy is his dad?"
Hey,
And she's
calm
like,
down, you
Not your
thirsty old
type.
bitch. He's not your type.
He's in like the military or something, and you see this lady just goosh because she's like, "I don't know. You mean pension benefits?"
Is he close to retiring?
But why would that be important? Close to retiring.
Pension.
Right, pension, but he's working, so he still makes good money.
Yeah, but
But
retirement.
if he's retired, then you have to spend time with him.
Retired military means vacations. If movies taught me anything, and it fucking has, retired military goes on cruises.
If Jay
Okay.
Holla taught me anything,
Yeah.
it means you go
Oh.
to fucking Vegas once a month.
Yeah. Rest in power, Kim.
Rest in power.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
The goons arrive at Davy's house. Dude, this guy, Davy pulls down the blinds, first of all, cracking those things.
Seriously.
This is not the blinds you need to pull down this way.
Also,
You broke these.
they can see you.
Yeah.
And this softball comes flying through, followed immediately by an arm, which seems like a bad idea.
You're going to get cut up here, my friend.
It's Alvarez and Willie Butts.
Single pane, and you're fine.
He's got a jacket on.
Take
Yeah,
it off.
it's wool.
But Willie Butts comes bursting through this door like a Jason.
This guy doesn't give a fuck. He kicks this door in, and then when
He's Kane Hoddering all over.
when Henry Thomas runs upstairs, he punches through the door like fucking Jack Nicholson in The Shining, except without an axe.
Here's Johnny
Here's Willie.
Butts.
And they open the door to get him, but he escaped out the window. So they're pursuing him now. He goes, takes the game to Bill Forsyth.
Tells him the exact number. He's
Well,
like, what
kind of.
number
He's
did
like,
they
it's
say?
1,300,000, whatever, but
Sure.
he can't remember the end. And Bill Forsyth's like, challenge accepted, bro.
You say less, fam. I got this. It's fun seeing a young
It
Bill
is.
Forsyth. You know,
I just looked at his IMDb picture. He could get it.
He can get it.
Yeah,
Is he
he
currently
can.
getting it? All right, mama.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks
Mama likes a little salt with her pepper.
he looks like one of those guys in a bar that would either be cleaning up or creeping everyone out.
He can be both.
In this movie, yes.
Trust me, you could do both.
No, in his IMDb photo.
Oh.
Like that old dude who hangs out at the bar all the time and he's either cleaning up or cleaning out.
He's either cleaning up or everyone's clearing out.
But so Davey ends up talking to Kim on the walkie-talkies. This is where the walkie is taken away, and Rice is there. So they're kidnapping Kim, and he's like, "Come meet me at like the zoo or some shit." I don't know where the fuck they are.
Botanical Gardens?
Botanical Gardens.
Sounds
okay.
Yeah.
about right.
It looks about right.
Yeah.
And on the way out, Jack Flack reappears and convinces him to steal a copy of Cloak and Dagger from Bill Forsyth's store.
But I can't steal.
Yeah.
Jack Flack is actually pretty bad. Like it's
He's a
like the
terrible
devil
role
on
model.
his shoulder.
Yeah.
He's just like kill him.
He's not
Steal
supposed to be
that.
a role model. He's supposed to be his survival mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, it is his own brain saying this to him.
Yeah. So he steals the game, takes
Kinda.
it to the
So he knows
botanical-
right from wrong.
Botanical Gardens, meets up with Rice, and he's going to give him the fake copy of the game.
And this is where we see a strong man that sets himself on fire, holding this little girl like over the cliff without any effort.
Yeah, because
It's like he's
Henry
holding a
Thomas
pencil.
is like, "I'll drop the game into this water. You know, you can't make me give it to you." And then he's like, "Look up there."
Watch
And
this.
then fucking Willie Butts is like, "I'll drop this little girl into
Why
the
are
water."
you calling him Willie Butts?
That was his character in Avenging Angel.
Okay, get it.
And
So
it's
what's
easier than Roskovich or whatever.
what's funny is we both at the same time were talking about like, because the Rice, right? Rice
Yeah.
is he gives him the nod, and it's like, hey, what nod was that? Is that the nod to throw the little girl into the water or bring her back to the safe ledge? I'm gonna throw her in the water and see what happens. Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy about that one.
Run!
Like you don't discuss like, is there a thing you do before a big like
He-
thing?
he
Hey,
probably,
if I
like-
give you this nod, which is my head up and down, bring her to safety. If I give you this nod, which is slightly to the left, throw her fucking over the board.
I mean, if I go up, down, Safety.
Yeah, I think
down, up.
Yeah,
Well,
that
we're
won't
in.
be confusing to anybody.
Exactly.
Because he
that's
does
the
just
point.
do like a down nod, so I think that's more like we're good. But if you do that what's up nod, that means toss that bitch.
It's still so confusing. Hey, Alvarez, were you watching? Did he go up first or down first? Fuck, I don't know, man. 50-50 chance. Toss her.
No, it's one of those
She's
you
annoying.
pretend to like take her back, and you're like, "Is this right?"
Also,
and then that's
You're
when he-
watching him.
Did
How
this
do you
little
feel
girl
about me? No, this is not good. Okay.
Did this little girl's performance and like delivery remind either of you of Drew Barrymore
Yes.
from
Oh,
E.T.?
yeah.
Because that's
Why didn't
exactly
they-
what I
Why
was
didn't-
thinking of.
Why
Oh,
didn't
she
they
was-
get Drew
She
for
was
this?
too big for this. You already had 1 star from ET.
Oh,
Drew Barrymore's
No,
She was
busy
busy
right
with
now.
Firestarter.
Firestarter, bro.
She's doing Firestarter,
She
Playboy.
was busy
bet you
being
they
a twisted
wanted her.
Firestarter.
Oh, this is written for Drew Barrymore.
yeah.
For sure. In somebody's casting notes in the
Curly
margin
blonde
says
hair.
Drew Barrymore type.
Curly blonde hair with a lisp and some sass.
Yeah. And competent. Because Drew Barrymore Young was still a fucking fine actress.
Yeah, she was. She was already doing cocaine.
Well, that's not where I was
It's
going
really
with that.
sad. It was really sad. No,
It's
she
really
talks
sad.
about doing cocaine at 9 years old.
I mean, who didn't?
I waited until I was 10, motherfucker.
double digits, dude.
That's a
Did
rule
you
in my house.
Did you ever crush up Smarties and snort them?
No, I had pixie sticks that were already ground up.
Henry Thomas pulls out his little blood gun
Uh-huh.
and has the line "Freeze, turkey," which is good coming from a kid.
But he did a really good job, like, because he has it tucked into his belt, and a dude comes around, or like the girl comes around, and Rice comes to grab him, and he just wha and
Yeah.
like real quick, one move, grab gun and point.
But unlike Patreon episode Airheads, this barrel is teeny weeny.
Well, it's got like a normal sized barrel, but then inside of it you can see,
see
the
the
water
squirt gun
nozzle.
hole.
Like
anybody that this guy handles guns like on a daily basis knows.
The
like,
sun was in his
all right,
eyes.
all right, fair enough, fair enough. Doing work.
Force.
so he
Of course.
shoots Rice in the face with blood,
Gross.
like a horny
How do
toad.
how do you make fucking rice at your house? Good God.
Like a horny toad, dude.
hey baby, get that blood gun. I gotta squirt the rice. I'm hungry.
It's filled with saffron, so I can make that bright yellow rice for no reason.
It's like all your seasoning, your house is filled with different squirt guns.
Dude, that's
I need
what
olive oil. Give me the super
I need
soaker.
a gun rack on the wall.
Yes.
And all of them are
Yes.
just filled with different
Yes.
sauces.
Yes. This is what I need, dude.
Fucking spin it.
But you gotta close your cupboards.
Uzi full of barbecue sauce, dude.
Wait, we're making spicy chicken? Get the full 9.
Baby, give me the Beretta.
What's in the eagle?
The Desert Eagle would be something big.
Rock
Garlic.
salt.
Garlic. Because I want a lot of garlic.
Yeah.
Garlic salt.
Shotgun is black pepper. Spaw! One more. Spaw!
2 shells of black pepper.
God, how much you pepper this thing? I don't know, like 3 pumps.
So the goons are chasing Henry Thomas. They get on a bus, and then they're chasing him in a van. So he's like, I got to get off this bus. Driver can't stop
Dude,
here.
the driver will not stop.
I just love it because he's
But-
like, I can't stop here. Like, I'm not allowed to stop on this
It's
road.
only 3 blocks
I get
away.
it. Like that's
It's the
you.
most
That's the rule.
dangerous road in San Antonio.
But this fucking driver, the kid's like, Henry Thomas is like, I'm gonna throw up, and he pretends he's gonna puke on him. So the driver opens the door. Henry Thomas gets out of this bus in full motion.
It's really him too.
Well, and he did have a stuntman for this whose name I don't recall. I
Okay,
saw
this
that he
one?
mentioned it in the interview. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was like, they showed a picture of him, and I'm like, okay. I mean, other than the mustache, he's only 4'11". He's an adult man,
okay.
but
So
he's
he's
4'11".
not a little person in the sense of that term. He's a small person.
But he's short at least. I mean, he's
Yeah,
4'11".
he's a small actor.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's his job. He probably doubled fucking
Well, we gotta change the term
Frodo.
double
The
fucking.
fuck is
He's double
Elijah
fucking
Wood.
Elijah Wood.
I almost said Elijah Craig, and I was like, that's whiskey. he probably doubled Elijah Wood in Good Son,
Oh.
because there's that part where they're hanging off the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely little people in that one.
Yeah, no, we all got a good laugh. This bus driver's like, I'll slow down on this street, dude. You
Yeah,
can
it
fucking-
doesn't
dude,
stop.
You could
Fucking
hit the ground
80s.
running.
Like, okay, kid, don't puke in my bus. Get off. I'm gonna go 30.
I would rather you fall out of this bus running and die than you puke on me. That's where we're at in life.
I would punch.
And honestly, this just made me jealous of being a kid again. Because it was like a year or so ago, I got into an accident on one of those little scooters that you can rent.
Yeah.
Because some shit was happening.
Whiskey,
Whatever.
scotch.
No, it
and-
wasn't that. I only had
No.
2 beers.
A vehicle was in the shop.
But like, yeah, I was using the scooter because the car was in the shop. Wind, trees, whatever. I felt myself losing it after I ducked under a tree because Tucson doesn't take care of their sidewalks. And I was like, you know what? Slow it down, jump off. I used to do it on my bike all the time. So I slowed it down, jumped off. I cannot run fast enough. And I fucking beefed it and just flipped, dude. And like there was one car driving by and I was just like, fuck you, man. Like I wouldn't have cared that much if there were no cars.
I would have loved it if you caused an accident. If somebody saw that and then you hear crash, bang.
The great thing is I fell off and they just kept driving and I was like, well, they saw the series finale of Seinfeld.
Yeah. Dude.
No, they didn't. That would go to jail then.
Yeah. Well, you weren't getting robbed.
I could have died.
It's the Samaritan Act.
I know. That's one of the only things I remember because I watched it with my parents because it was a big deal. And everybody was like, this sucked.
I love that finale. I think it's a perfect finale for a show about nothing.
I remember them being on a plane.
Yeah, then they go to another town in, I think it's like Athens, Georgia. They see somebody getting robbed, and instead of helping them, they videotape it and laugh because they're terrible people.
Well, they're from New York.
Well, they're us.
Turns out that small town has a law that you have to help people. And so they go to court and they get thrown in jail. It is the perfect ending for a show about nothing. That no one in that show learns anything about themselves or grows. Everyone is the same beautiful piece of trash they always were.
You're not wrong.
Usually not.
So meanwhile, back at the game dungeon, Bill Forsyth.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Dungeons.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Dungeon Masters, Bill Forsyth unlocks the secret. He sees it. It's plans for the invisible bomber is what they call it.
I'm sorry. What is?
I called it right away. I said that is exactly an SR-71 spy plane, and Derrick pointed out it's not.
So this was something that I got out of IMDb because I don't know anything about planes.
I mean, this was the baddest bird in history at the time, especially growing up. The fucking SR-71 Blackbird was the fastest, most stealthiest bomber we had. Like, this is a bad bitch.
Yeah, so it says here, and again, IMDb trivia, so.
Sure.
But 33 out of 35 people found it interesting, so it must be true. It was not known to the general public at the time of the film's release. The SR-71 was designed to be a stealth aircraft that had indeed sprung from a secret Air Force project to produce supersonic stealth bombers. It also includes a reference to forward-looking infrared pod, FLIR for their, they got to have an acronym.
Yeah.
Which is now now well known as a component of military attack craft. At the time, however, it would have been futuristic.
So they either had insider information or they predicted some shit.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the military, because they did work with some Air Force people about some of this stuff.
Well, when did that plane come out?
So it sounds like they already had it, but the public didn't know about it. It was top secret shit. But maybe somebody was like, well, look, you can have this graphic of what the outside looks like because it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because it's to the T an SR-71.
And again, this was in San Antonio, and they
had 3 or 4 Air Force bases.
We got military people to listen to. Write us in if you know the answer. But yeah,
most of the extras were people like Air Force on their day off, and that's what they said.
In the
documentary.
Writer, I think, in the documentary was like, it was all these dudes because they were filming a lot on the weekends because kids.
So these guys in the fatigues that are in the base later are probably
just
them on
they were
day
just
off.
people who were off, and they were like, I want to be an extra in your movie.
Fuck yeah,
because there are multiple bases.
Oh, is that the little kid from E.T.?
San Antonio is where you go for basic, right? For military, for Air Force.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
at least if you're from Tucson,
someone gets shot. I don't know.
Forsyth gets shot in the head.
I wanted him to be in this movie much longer, but he's a minor character. He's not William Forsythe. He's just Bill.
Yeah, he's Morris. He gets shot in the face, and dude, whatever gun this guy's using went straight through his head, which is.
And there's no blood on the computer.
Well, we're just not showing it.
Yeah,
PG.
it's PG.
Because I even said, I was like, well, no body, and Derrick's like, yeah, it's PG. They're not going to show that.
We do get to see the body.
We do get to see it,
but we don't see him get killed.
Yeah. We're not going to watch that exit wound.
But it's like when they show it, it's actually kind of cool because, and this director, there's stuff that I've read about him talking about it, and he's a very big fan. And also Tom Holland, the writer, mentioned this director is a huge fan of Hitchcock and John Ford. But this is obviously very Hitchcock inspired. It's not a Hitchcock type of movie, but it's got those kind of vibes to some of the things. And when Bill Forsyth turns around, you see Alvarez in the reflection of his glasses. And then you see him shoot. So it's like,
Oh no, you see the reflection of the computer screen.
oh, is it the computer screen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But either way, we're using reflections to show.
Yeah, it's a cool
Which
little
we're
thing.
using a lot of reflection and a lot.
Well,
in this
it's
movie.
kind of a nod to this movie started as like a remake of like a short film that was called like The Window, which was basically a kid version of Rear Window. Which is
Oh, yeah.
probably
Jeremy Strong.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite Hitchcock movie. But there's
I-
a kid version, was kind of like a Boy Who Cried Wolf thing, where this kid is always running around saying someone got murdered, and then when he actually sees someone get murdered, no one believes him.
Yeah.
And that's how this script started until
Simpsons did it.
not before this.
Oh, true.
Until Tom Holland said he was like, I don't know how I came up with the idea, but I thought of the idea of an imaginary friend, and that just kicked off what the script became.
Okay.
Which is pretty fucking cool. So
Yeah, he was like, and I had to make it more personable. I had to have more human emotion into it, and like he's like, I came up with the imaginary friend that looks like the dad, and then the spoiler at the end.
It's
Yeah.
kind of funny because a year ago, around this fucking day, we did Sidekick,
Yeah,
which is a pseudo imaginary friend.
yeah.
And this is pseudo imaginary because
Dude.
so far it's all
Well,
imaginary.
because it's a great, I mean, not great, but it's a good tool for a writer who maybe doesn't know a lot about kids
yeah.
to be like, here's a cool adventure action movie with starring kids, but their imaginary sidekick is a fully grown adult who does cool shit.
For
yeah.
sure.
So
He teaches you how to kill and slap boobies.
then Henry Thomas gets to the Riverwalk, which I guess is a famous thing in San Antonio.
Yeah, I've
never
done
been
that.
there.
It's fun.
How much is this boat ride for a child?
50
I want to
cents.
mention before he gets to the boat, because it was really funny, when he's hiding under this table when he first gets there. There's like these people sitting at like a restaurant, and he's hiding under there, and he's like telling them like, oh, these spies are chasing me because whatever. And the guy picks up a salt shaker, and he's like,
I
we
need
have
Hoover.
to protect I need J. Edgar Hoover. We have such and such here.
Honey, J. Edgar Hoover's dead.
Oh, they got Hoover.
Well, we have no fucking chance now.
Just the
Get the fuck
fucking
out, kid.
dripping sarcasm.
It's a
towards
funny
children.
moment for like, get the fuck out of here.
I feel like
Nobody-
you would do that.
Oh yeah.
And I feel
I would
like you
pull
would
my
still
collar and
say
be like,
Hoover.
he's in the bushes. You see that? He's in the bushes. Come get him right now. Quick, get me Hoover. Hoover's dead. Get me whoever has the charge.
So he goes on this boat ride thing that's supposed to be, I guess, a tour of Santa Fe via San Antonio via the San
Yeah.
Antonio River, and it's like it gets cut off right before the two goons get on. Right,
Yes.
the guy's like, "Oh, sorry, can't fit any more people," and then this
I can't
stupid
find
lady
my
who's
wallet.
been arguing with her fucking husband the whole time. Oh my god, my wallet's gone!
How did you buy your ticket?
He
did.
paid. He paid. This wallet's back in her other set of fucking culottes.
Her other purse.
She left that wallet at the pool boy's house.
I'm not going to tell you where I left it, but I don't have my wallet. His name was Pip. He's a drummer in a band. He's a Lone Ranger.
Did you just kill my husband?
No.
I thought of the droid from Acolyte.
Oh, Pip.
I was going to say, I definitely didn't kill him.
When you said his name, I was like, "Wait, your wallet is Pip?"
No, it's the pool boy's named Pip.
Yeah, I was-
Adam Sandler is fucking his way across America
Oh my
as
God,
a
his
pool
name is
boy.
Pip.
Yeah. But I thought he said the wallet's name was Pip. And
He's
then I was-
seen more bumper than a fucking body shop.
Yeah, he has.
Direct quote from Steve Buscemi.
Was it Steve Buscemi?
Oh, yeah.
No, he's right. It's Brendan Fraser.
Is it Brendan?
Yeah, because it's Tony Montana talking to him, and he's like, "That guy."
Tony Montana.
Yeah, Tony
Joe,
Montana.
Joe Montana.
Same thing. So,
Fat Tony.
hey, how's he get so much pussy looking like that? Huh? You told me I'll get a fucking scoring pussy like that.
That line. He's seen more bumper than a body shop.
He's seen my body in the body shop. Oh, I'll tell you.
Hooah!
He never pays for whoas. Yes, it's Joe Montana and Brendan Fraser.
But so there's like this chase around the boat where the kid keeps moving seats and the Alvarez keeps moving seats to try to chase him. It's like a very like subtle. It's kind of
After
cool.
like 2 times, I'd be like, "Sir, sit your ass down."
No, the guy's fucking telling him that, like, you've got to sit down. The guy driving.
I'd be
like,
the person right there. Like, if he gets up again and you get up, I'm stabbing your dick.
We weren't worried about child safety. Whitney will go to jail to defend a child at this point in her life, and that's great. That's a good thing. Not 80s. Nobody give a shit. Like, that kid's gonna get molested.
This
Look
is
at that.
San Antonio, and this character Alvarez is played by a Native American guy. All these people were just like, I don't want to talk to the guy that's not white.
Yeah.
Except for the stepdad.
Oh, we got heavy stepdad energy, dude. Wait your fucking turn.
Well, he says that directly to Willie Butts.
Exactly.
He doesn't say it to the other guy.
And Willie Butts, who's a giant human being, is like, oh shit, he's got that fucking white New Balance energy. That guy's got a
But he
great
does
riding
say it.
lawnmower.
He's gonna throw his fucking barbecue grill spatula at me.
He does say it to Alvarez.
I bet he's got a brisket
coming
going.
up.
Oh, okay. But so Henry Thomas ends up sitting next to these two old people who are George and Eunice.
Oh, you know she's old, named like Eunice. Nobody's been named Eunice in 60 fucking years.
But who plays these people?
George is played by a guy named John McIntyre, who was the sheriff in Psycho, and he was Amos in Turner and Hooch, who's like the old hermit dude that lives on the docks or whatever, right? The one
Checks
that
out.
He gets blown up. Is that what happens?
Well, spoilers for Turner and Hooch, but yeah.
Spoilers for a movie as old as me? Question mark.
Might be older.
No.
No,
Tom
it's-
Hanks was
it's
still
mid to
doing
late
comedies
80s.
like boob comedies in the
Okay.
80s, huh?
All right.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's
like mid to
late
late 80s.
yeah, or early
Say
90s.
mental 80s?
I said mid to late 80s.
Oh, man.
So he may have
I
been
swear
like,
to God, she's like, it's like the mental 80s.
You know,
Which is all of them.
the mental ladies.
but like these two people, they're very well known for like 30s, 40s movies.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know
did
if you
older
just said that.
movies. Yeah, and then
Whitney recognized. I did not at all, which is not surprising.
Well, we in the interview that we watched with the casting director, she mentioned being a big fan of movies from the 30s and 40s. These are both people she liked. Also, she worked on Psycho 2 with this guy, and she had previously worked. Tom Holland mentioned that when they worked on Psycho 2, the casting director and a couple other people, maybe cinematographers, some people had previously worked on Psycho, the original.
And
so it's a whole big thing.
Another fun fact: they're actually married.
Aw,
So
that's
I don't know if
disgusting.
she was saying that it was his wife or like his wife in the movie. I'm not sure. I don't know. Because
Either way, it's
as an
gross.
actress, usually you keep your last name. You don't change your married
Exactly.
name. So, but she's played by a woman named Jeanette Nolan, who was in Psycho, kind of. She was one of the actresses who did the voice of Norma Bates. the
Oh,
mom.
interesting.
They had 3 different actresses who did it because I guess for different inflections and different like deliveries, because her voice is kind of like wild
Yeah, but
throughout
what a
that.
choice, though. You could
Yeah.
just have one actress do 3 tones, but no.
Can
But
you
yeah,
do
she
2
was
tones?
she was
Fuck
one
yeah.
of
I
the
can do
Norma
3
Bates.
tones.
I don't
What about you?
I don't know if she was one of the body people because they have the parts where there's like a woman playing, like you could see the person. I think the thing I read said there were 3 actresses who played the body actress and 3 actresses who did the voice.
I
And no
could see-
Jeanette Nolan did at least one of the voices.
Okay.
I could see Jeanette doing one of the bodies too, because her looking at her pictures from when she was younger, she had that like frame.
Mow.
Mow.
But so Alvarez had told Willie Butts to make a distraction. So as we now know about Tim Rossovich, his first thought is, well, make a distraction.
Oh,
I'm
this
going to
makes
yell.
it so much better. Fire! Fire! Where? On me. No, he doesn't do it. How great would that have been if he's like, start a distraction? How? Oh.
Light myself on fire.
The engine.
That's not what I said, but that's what I'm going to do.
Henry Thomas uses this chance to escape from this big tourist boat
To a
by
little
jumping
paddle
off
boat.
onto a paddle boat and then onto the shore, which
Which
is
he
pretty
really
cool.
did.
Hop, skippity, jump, dude. It's good.
Yeah, and he said in the interview we watched with him that he did that. Like he did a lot of his own stunts for this,
Uh-huh.
which I mean are minor stunts. He's a
Except
child,
for the
but
boat.
You
I
wouldn't.
guess except for
I
the bus.
guarantee you nowadays wouldn't have a child doing this. You'd have a stunt
Oh, no
actor that's
fucking way.
small or CG more likely.
Yeah, I mean, you might have kids doing stunts in some of the movies now, but it's because it's
definitely
all
a
on a
screen,
green screen.
a green
There-
screen
Oh,
room.
that's even better. It's not going to be a short actor. It's going to be them doing it on a green screen where there's no river or no boats at all.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's just them hopping from like one part of the ground to the other,
Yeah.
and like we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's
So-
cool to see this.
No,
Fix
they
it in
have the
post.
boat. No, they have the boat and the paddle
Fix
and
it
the
in
paddle
free.
boat, but it's only a foot off the floor, and they're like, so jump from this one to this one and go
Uh-huh.
to there.
They're gonna be
But
wearing wires.
This is the fun part because you see two people fall into this river.
Oh yeah, in the panic, and like they're trying to pull this guy back up, and he keeps like falling into the water, and we're just like, they're gonna leave that guy.
Oh, I
Yeah.
would. The tour goes on.
I thought they did leave him until you see a guy like getting up off the ground and like wiping water off.
And now
himself.
fucking
then
New Balance
stepdad.
is back. And he's like, hey, sit down and quit rocking the fucking boat. And I mean that in every goddamn
No,
way.
I swear, I thought I heard sit down or get off the fucking
no,
boat.
he said quit rocking the boat.
Okay.
No, there's no
That's
cursing
even-
in this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm putting it on there.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
He
sit
did
down,
not.
quit rocking the boat. You're right.
So
Or else
then
I'd drown
Jack
you.
Flack makes Henry Thomas jaywalk and almost get killed a la Bowfinger,
Yep.
which is the only scene I remember from that movie.
Really?
Yeah, like I only saw it once.
That's
It,
enough.
it was all right.
That's enough.
But that scene where they have him just run across the fucking whatever 10 there in LA. Like, oh, these are all actors. They're not gonna hit you. Don't worry about it.
They can't hit you if you keep moving.
That's exactly what Jack Flack tells him. Like, they won't hit you if you keep moving. He just runs across, and of course it's perfect timing because it's imaginary. And Henry Thomas is like, well, my imaginary friend did it.
Yeah, I might
Runs
as
out
well.
there, dude. These cards almost plow into him.
My
Yeah, they
psyche hasn't led me wrong yet.
So they go to this garage. There's a caddy, very nice, pretty
this
new
is state of
caddy,
the art at the time, man. It's a beautiful luxury
a
car.
rose-colored caddy.
Oh, I love this. You know, I love a caddy.
You know, anybody driving a rose-colored caddy is either someone's grandma or a criminal.
Yeah, there's no in between. You are either selling Avon or drugs or secrets.
Or dealing weapons.
Yeah.
You said Avon, and my brain went to Edward Scissorhands.
Oh,
Avon
okay.
calling.
Fair. What's Sparkle Motion might have had a Cadillac.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beth Grant, she could have had one.
She might have had a caddy.
Like in Donnie Darko or in Speed, or no, she was riding the
not
bus.
in Speed, not in Speed.
In
well,
real life?
No, she had it, but she had DUI.
So. I was just thinking maybe the bus was the easier way to get to work.
I got juiced up and drove my caddy through a wall.
Henry Thomas finds the caddy. He doesn't know it's theirs, and it turns out it's the thug's caddy. But
No, he
Dabney
does,
Coleman
because-
tells him. Well,
Yeah.
Dabney Coleman tells him he's like, you gotta hide somewhere.
No, they're looking for Rice, and they're like, "That's Rice's car right there," because he's
Oh,
got a
okay.
name tag up there.
Oh, okay.
It's in the parking spot. It's another bit of like, how much is Dabney Coleman or sorry Jack Flack there, and how much is his psyche?
Well, it's like, you know, like you notice things around you, but consciously you don't because you're like, I don't care about anything.
Yeah.
That's just
There's
speaking
only
from
one.
experience.
There's only really one moment where I'm like, what the fuck? The rest, I'm like,
Yeah.
I could chalk up to what you just said.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you didn't know you saw it, but you definitely your subconscious saw the name there.
Yeah. But so they open the trunk, and that's where Morris's body is. And Henry Thomas, far from being afraid, is like, oh no. And then Dabney Coleman's like, get in the trunk. And he's like, okay.
Yeah. There's
he
a dead
kind of
body in
fights
there.
it in a second.
Yeah, kind of. He's like, oh, but
A
my friend's
half
dead
a
body's in
second,
there. And he just
yeah.
gets in. I'm like, dude, if I was an 11-year-old that just opened the trunk and saw my best friend, who was also an adult for some reason, dead.
If I saw a dead body at 11, if I saw a dead, but I don't care if I fucking know this person or not. 11 years old, dead body. I'm not in the trunk of that caddy.
Hey, you want to see a dead body?
No, not today.
But so he gets in there, hides with the body. We hear Rice mentioning that they have to go swap the game cartridge. He says something here about the 3-fingered person that he has to meet with.
Oh yeah, he's over listening. He's
Yeah.
over listening.
Over listening. He's listening too much. He's over listening.
He's overhearing
Eavesdropping.
this. Yes, thank you. He's eavesdropping to this conversation, and so that's like we know this a 3-fingered person.
Yeah, and that's the only thing he knows about the person. So then they drive away, whatever. He gets out of the car. And it's funny because when he sneaks out, he opens the trunk all the way. First of all, none of these guys notice every time he pops the trunk open a little
Even
bit to
just
listen.
a little bit, dude.
You
I
would
would
notice. But kids movie, it's fine. It's just movie in general. I get it.
Yeah.
But he gets out and the trunk goes all the way open, and
Butts.
yeah, burning mustachioed man is sitting in here, and he's like,
you can call him Timmy.
No,
He was-
Bernie Madoff.
but he's like, why the fuck's the trunk open? Gets out. It's just William Forsythe's body, so he closes it again and doesn't worry about it. We go into the Alamo, which and it's interesting, so I'm going to mention it.
No, I like this fact you dropped on us.
Yeah, this is a
IMDb
great
trivia, so you know. But apparently the Alamo is considered sacred by some tribes in the area, like that area, probably because of things that happen, and it's like a lot of deaths, something like that. I would assume.
A whole bunch of genocide happened right there.
But it's considered sacred, so you're not allowed. You almost never get permission to film in or around the Alamo, the actual Alamo. But this one, the outside shot at least of the entranceway is the real Alamo.
Yeah,
which is one of the only times you actually seen it. Almost every other time, it's a set.
And then the interior is a set.
Yeah,
gotcha.
From what I was reading, yeah.
Gotcha. If we're to believe the IMDb,
which is it's an interesting fact. It's kind of cool.
It is
or an
absolutely.
Interesting fact.
It's interesting.
But he gets in there and he sees the two old folks from the boat, and they're like, "Oh shit! Hey, what's going on, little stupid kid?" And he's like, "My name's Davy. Hope it's not like Davy Crockett."
I'm not a stupid kid. I'm Davy, not Davy Crockett. Don't call me that.
I don't have a skunk hat on my head.
It was a coonskin hat.
It was a raccoon. Nobody wears a skunk unless you're trying to ward off people.
That's
wore
not
a
true.
skunk?
Let me
You've
go
seen
get a
Cannibal
skunk.
the Musical.
Oh, it's true.
That weird
Also-
redneck dude that's one of the trappers. He's got a skunk hat.
He's just trying to look spadoinkle.
I can't remember the movie, but I know. Oh, A Christmas Carol.
Christmas Story.
That one. He's got a skunk head.
That might be
the
a
little
badger.
ginger guy.
I don't know.
Okay,
It's
could
probably
be
like a badger or something.
Probably a
but
badger.
I imagine, now that you're saying that, I'm connecting these two characters, because that guy I was talking about in Cannibal the Musical looks an awful lot like that ginger bully, but without being ginger.
Well,
He also
Ginger's-
looks like
He grew out of it.
he looks like that dude from Justified that's also in Twister.
What?
The one with the bum leg in Justified that's in the first Twister.
Dickie Bennett.
Dickie Bennett. I can't remember the actor's name, but the guy from Cannibal
Jeremy
the
something.
Musical, the guy from Cannibal the Musical looks like
Front
that
runner.
dude.
Yeah,
Anyway,
not wrong.
none of those movies are what we're talking about.
Sorry,
So-
guys.
Those are good movies.
Fine. There's this camera case that the game is in, and the old people have a similar, exact same camera case.
Surprisingly.
And Rice leaves it behind for whoever he's supposed to leave it for, because the Alamo's closing. There's a whole switcheroo scene.
I feel like if he would have just grabbed it and like quietly walked off, everything would have been just fine.
Yeah, but he grabbed it
You're
and
not
ran.
wrong.
And then this
not wrong.
fat Stan Lee catches him running out the door.
Excelsior, young explorer. What are you doing with that case?
Did
You got any
see-
joints in there?
I know we just.
You got any ideas for cartoon characters in there?
What do you
Because
got
I'm going
in
to
there?
steal them.
Do you have another superhero in there? What's this Captain Jack Flack I've been hearing all about? What's he look like? How many pockets?
So
Does he
I
have
came up
guns?
with Captain Jack Flack all by myself.
Did you see the Stanley cameo?
In this?
No, in the movie we just watched in theaters
I didn't catch it. In Deadpool and Wolverine?
on the bus.
Oh, okay.
He's a picture on the bus.
There is a thing. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I read a thing that he had like signed some stuff before he died, which might not have been the best thing.
To
'Cause
use his
he wasn't in the
likeness?
mental state to sign anything, but to
Oh,
continue
bullshit, dude.
usually
He would
his
love that.
likeness. Oh, he would.
yeah.
But at the state, he probably shouldn't have been signing anything.
because of
correct
his shitty
on
kids.
that, but because I know who
Or maybe it was his
he
kids.
was as Stan Lee. Like he wants to be in everything now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's on the side of the bus.
The
so I
best
wanna see it
Stanley
again.
cameo, still Mallrats. Second best Stanley cameo is Captain Marvel, because it's the same Stan Lee from Mallrats.
Uh-huh.
Okay, not this
Anyway,
movie. Sorry.
yeah, that's all going to get cut. It's fine. Not the part where we say Fat Stanley, though. But so I did catch, this is one of those things that's like a real subtle thing with the director.
Okay.
You see Henry Thomas give the old man the case, and you see him kind of switch the cases that he has. And then when he gives Rice the case, because Davy gets in the car with the old lady, he looks over and sees the old man give Rice the case, and he's like, why the fuck did he give him the case? But when he first hands it to him, it's like on the side of the frame, you see the old man switch his cases.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's giving the guy the empty case. Well, it's not empty, it's got a nice camera in
Got a
it,
nice camera.
but that's what he's actually doing. It's kind of a good little like subtle, they don't have
a
to,
cannon,
A
if
little
you will.
Johnny switch 'em up.
you know what's crazy?
Was it a cannon?
I didn't catch the brand, but you know what's
We
crazy?
don't see it
A movie doesn't have to show you a close-up of everything or explain everything to you.
for sure.
It's
I
insane.
know. I love that.
It's almost as if the audience has a brain.
What?
Yeah.
No, they
Not
don't.
anymore.
One or two may have a brain. A collective? No.
But they're in the car talking about stuff. He's like, "Why'd you give him the case? Did I give him the case, kid?" And the kid opens it, and it's like,
my
"Oh,
George
here's
knows
the
how to
game."
do things. Everything turns out right with my George.
George always makes me happy.
And I love this is when you start going, "Oh shit, the old people are in on this."
Oh
'Cause
no,
then-
we wondered right away. This is the first time seeing
on
it.
the boat. Yes.
this is the
first time
second
seeing
time.
it?
Oh, the first time seeing the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was when they were at the Alamo. I was like, okay, they're fucking in on it.
They
the
had to
boat,
be.
The boat, we wondered a little bit.
I
We're
wondered
like-
if they used to be in espionage because
they kind of had like, oh, he does
You'd be
look
s-
dangerous.
you'd be
But
surprised.
at the Alamo, we were all kind of like, okay,
Yeah. Why are they there again?
They might be in on this.
Why
But they
does he have
also
the
they were there
exact
from
same
out of
bag?
town, so being on a tour or going around seeing the sights, you go to the Alamo.
Sure.
I wouldn't, but some people would.
Somebody would.
But especially in the 80s. But like this old lady is like, "Oh, did they tell you what this spy looked like?" And he's like, "Nah, they didn't know. Just something like he has 3 fingers." And she's like, "Oh, that's crazy." And she starts taking off her glove, and we're all like, and she
Kaiser
takes-
Sose.
Oh wait,
Kaiser Sose.
did you guys notice that she locked the door before
No.
even asking questions? Yeah, she turned around and like click. Like they made it really out. She didn't just like
nice.
hit it with her elbow. She literally turned around and went push
Nice
down.
little touch. Nice little touch. I didn't notice.
Before she even asked, what do these people look like?
Now you just can't leave.
So she takes off her glove. She's got 3 fingers. Henry Thomas is like, "Oh shit, I'm fucked now."
And that was somebody that literally had no finger, a pinky or
yeah,
ring
Henry
finger.
Thomas.
She's
said,
only 2 fingers away from being the 6-fingered man
well, yeah, 3 fingers.
because
No,
she's
She
got
had
8.
3. Oh,
He's 2 fingers
She
away.
has 8 combined.
like she's like a Ninja Turtle right now, basically, dude.
Yeah,
So-
she was. It was the pinky and
Cricket.
ring.
You got to know what a crumpet is to know how to play cricket.
But
Don't you eat a crumpet?
I don't know.
Henry
Yes.
Thomas did. Is that from the Michael Bay movie,
That's from Ninja Turtles.
the good one?
Yeah.
I just don't remember it.
It's
I
when
guess.
Casey Jones pulled out a
Oh,
cricket
yeah.
bat and he's like,
Oh,
and then Raph
And
was like, cricket, you got to
don't change the dial on that one because I have a Blu-ray and we're gonna do something special because I have a Blu-ray of the 3 Ninja Turtles movies with the puppets and the animatronics and whatnot. The first one comes with a scratch and sniff thing that goes along with the movie.
Oh,
So we have to
my
do
lords.
something special with that.
That might be
You have to watch it
Patreon.
with
That
us.
might be video.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be
Commentary.
a commentary.
Yeah, we can do something like that.
Yeah.
I just know it's a scratch
Stay-
and sniff, and I'm
don't change
assuming
that
most
ti-
of them smell like sewer.
Oh, God.
But anyway, so she takes it off the hand, and yeah, Henry Thomas mentioned in the interview, I think it was him, or maybe it was the casting director, someone, we watched a few interviews, that they had like this German lady who came in, and she was just a hand double, basically, but that was her real hand. So instead of having to do, like, they didn't have to hire Tom Savini
no, it
or
was
Rick Baker.
Plenty of German chicks who known for hand stuff, dude. Don't be that impressed.
I didn't see any poop on the fingers, so I didn't know she
Doesn't
was
have
German.
to be.
But so she's the 3-fingered spy. Ah, shit, we're in trouble. And then this is when it gets like, it's almost like Henry Thomas is having like an overwhelming like dream moment because you start hearing their voices get like wavery in the background and stuff.
He's losing touch with reality.
Yeah, because they're
for
like, "Oh,
sure.
don't worry, I talked to Rice about taking care of the kid," and it's just very weird to all of a sudden come from these sweet old people. But it's a great turn, I thought.
She's also pouring some liquid. She pulls like a little.
Chloroform.
Yeah, she pulls a little jar of chloroform out, but when I first saw it,
I was like,
this is
whiskey.
the same bottle that people like. If you're a nerd like me and you know like whiskey people online, and they're like, "Yeah, you can try this. I'll pour you a little sample bottle." They're little like 1 to 2 ounce bottles that are just little glass bottles.
I thought she was gonna try and poison him with aqua velva.
I thought it was whiskey. My first thought was whiskey.
Hand me that
You
bottle
said
of
it.
high karate.
You said it out loud. I heard it.
Is that absinthe? We're gonna fuck this little kid's world up.
Yeah, he was.
He's about to see the green fairy, dude.
You made out with your sister.
So they chloroform him, and he ends up back in the trunk. We cut to a little later, and it's him. You can hear him and Dabney Coleman in the trunk talking, and he's like, "How the fuck do I get out of here?" I saw the seat go down, and I was like, "Oh, it's like the seat folds down." That started happening.
Not in 84.
No, they just this kid apparently kicked this seat down. It's supposed to be Dabney Coleman,
He's
but
got dab strength.
yeah.
I mean,
Been
Dude,
there.
he's
Been
been working
there.
on his dab bod.
Dude, I've had dab strength.
You
It
should-
usually involves just smashing pizza rolls.
You want to see how many burgers I can eat?
didn't you make like
Check out my dab bod.
a Pop-Tart sandwich with like peanut butter and Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, the bread was Pop-Tarts and the filling was peanut butter and Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, you're really close to what I made once called a Skittle Scamage, where it's Pop-Tarts is the bread, fruit roll-up is the lettuce, Skittles are your condiments. Like there's a whole, dude, I have it written down. There's a whole Skittle Scamage.
Sounds like a cavity mouth.
Oh, you are gonna diabetes. We're gonna put the dye in diabetes.
I was at my brother's house and we were so fucking high and I was just going through his cabinets and I was like, oh, peanut butter, cool. Do you have bread? He's like, no. And I was like, fuck. So I'm just going through more cabinets. I'm like, can I have 2 of these Pop-Tarts? He's like, all right. And so I put the peanut butter on the Pop-Tarts and then I saw the Fruity Pebbles and I was like,
Garnish, dude.
we're all going to hell tonight, dude.
Yeah. If this is how
Did
I
you
die.
toast the Pop-Tarts?
Oh, no. I was
Well-
too high for that.
Oh, I was gonna just say no. He's not a maniac. He is a maniac.
He is a maniac.
He is in fact
He
a maniac.
cannot eat. Sober, this man cannot eat a Pop-Tart unless
I
it is
can
toasted.
eat untoasted.
No,
I don't want
you
to.
don't like unhot food.
Salad's
You
great,
don't-
not hot.
Oh, you can't have hot salad. Food.
Hot lettuce can go fuck itself. You give me a burger with lettuce on it, that better be like right out of the crisper onto the burger, and
you
I'm
better
going
put
right
that
in.
lettuce on last.
You go to a drive-through,
second.
no lettuce, please. I don't
Uh-huh.
need that soggy ass mush.
Thank you. No.
Anyway, back to Cloak and Dagger.
At any rate,
So they kick out the seat, or he kicks out the seat, who knows? And there's a car phone in here, so he calls Kim and tells her like, "Hey, there's a bomb in the building," because he overheard them saying they're gonna blow up her house and
Enough
half the
C4?
neighborhood.
Yeah.
So she tries to go to the airport. Oh, because he knows the old people are going to Mexico.
yes,
Uh-huh.
That's right.
they got to take the midnight plane.
Him driving this car,
Yeah.
barely being able to see through this carport or this car park is
Oh, he can't
fucking
see.
awesome.
He has to slide.
I'm
all
sorry,
the way down
car
the
park?
Seat.
What are
Car-
you, British?
The car park.
You
he's
fucking
driving
lie me?
through. Right, so he's got his car and he's getting through. The roundabout comes up, right? He handles it masterfully on the roundabout and he pulls into the garage.
He gets the old snakes and ladders.
What the hell
What's
you
that? I
call-
don't know.
what-
Something
what-
with brakes?
what- I'm
Parking lot. Parking garage?
Parking lot. Gotcha.
Parking
Parking
garage.
All right, fine.
Parking structure.
How about just a garage?
Anyway, and I did enjoy, he steals this caddy, almost runs them over. It's great. But I did enjoy the fact that they went through like, he's
Trying to drive to a
11
swim
and he's
gym.
driving a fucking caddy. There's no way this kid could drive this
Oh,
car.
I love it. He hits the wall and he's still just fucking
Just scraping
going.
along.
At one point, Rice is like, "Don't shoot." He's in my car, and it's like, dude,
Your
look
car's
what the
fucked.
fuck he's doing to your car.
He scraped it up a bit at that point, but then immediately after that, he smashes it into this other car, and I think that's when he's like, "Well, fuck it."
He even had the mirror in his hand. He's like,
You get the
"Shit."
van. Give me the gun. Fuck this.
But I just loved it because the kid, it was a realistic-ish thing where like this kid is driving this car, and the music even like the music's going high paced and shit, and he's going up. It's one of those turny fucking parking garages with the spiral in the middle, and he's going up, and then he's like, "Well, I
We
can't
call
see."
that a roundabout car park, you know.
So he has to look over the steering wheel, and the music's like, dun, 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 and he looks over, and it's like, dun, dun, dun. Well, do that slow now. But like the music slows down, and then he goes back down and hits the gas, and the music kicks back up. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a fun moment. I'm liking this because you have somebody actually driving a car.
I mentioned the composer, but I didn't say his name, and I want to mention it because it made me laugh because I was like, who? Brian May. Now, are you familiar
Yes,
with
May.
the Brian May I first thought of?
No.
The guitarist from Queen.
Oh,
And I was
shit.
like, what the fuck?
Oh,
and
shit.
I looked it
but
up.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay, that
It's
would have
not.
been amazing because we do
Well,
know
'cause he
Queen
wrote
did the
most of the-
soundtrack for Highlander,
And Flash Gordon.
so it's not unheard of.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't the guitarist write most of the music?
Yeah. But they did that. Flash. Ah. That's Queen.
Yeah,
So I was like, what? And then I clicked it, and I'm like, oh, no.
That
But he
would've
did
been-
do Mad
that would've
Max,
been
so that's
dope.
cool. But so, yeah, there's this just montage, not a montage, but a series of him crashing into things as he tries to escape from them.
Uh-huh.
Just destroying this caddy, and I could hear Jack just sobbing.
dude, this caddy's so fucking beautiful, man, and this you're wrecking it. It's like Bob Kelso from Scrubs.
And what did we say that it was like an 83
It's brand fucking new.
two-door?
I mean, Rice is selling military secrets to the top fucking bidder.
Yeah.
You've got money.
And Henry
beautiful rose golds.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Thomas
sad.
crashes it into this like construction scaffolding. He calls Kim and realizes on the walkie-talkie, and he tries to call her, and it doesn't work.
He's like, how can she not hear me through the walkie-talkie? Walkie-talkie? Martha! It's a Martha moment.
Yeah, he
did you
realizes
say
the
walkie-talkie?
walkie-talkie is where the bomb is.
Yep.
Which, and I don't know if it's diegetic sound or not because it goes in and out. But this
I
girl
think
is
it's for
walking around
us.
with a beeping walkie-talkie. The only scene it's not in is when she's talking to the security guard.
Yeah,
But then
at
in the
the
next
airport.
shot where she's talking to the head security guy at the airport, it's beeping again.
But I think just for us, and I could be wrong. I'd be fine being wrong.
I think you're right. I think
But
it
why
is just
wouldn't
for us.
like any adult be like, "What the fuck is in your backpack?"
You're in an
beeping,
airport.
That's
and
what I was
it's
about to
beeping.
say. These adults are just like these kids and their toys.
Dude? She got some Tamagotchi
You
back
got
there. That needs to be
Tecmo
fed.
football in your backpack.
It's time to feed your Tamagotchi. Pay attention to it. You'll never make it as an adult if you
I
can't take
had a
care of a Tamagotchi. Of course you
Who
did.
didn't have a Tamagotchi?
You're an 80s baby.
Did you?
Yeah, I killed that thing.
So did mine. Mine
Mine
died.
left me.
Mine died.
So you named it Dad?
Yeah. I was like, hey, I'll call you Dad so you'll never leave. Oh, he's gone. Oh, no.
So Henry Thomas calls his dad about the bomb. His dad's like, dude, I told you to quit being a lying piece of shit. I gotta go. I
am
got shit
sick
to do.
of your
But then
attitude.
all of a sudden, line cut.
Yeah, and
Hello?
that's when he's like, wait, that's not right. Because fucking Flaming Tom has decided to drive this van through this fucking phone booth while this kid is in it, and it is intense. This is probably the stuntman,
Yeah.
but Dabney Coleman, or his stuntman, and Henry Thomas, or his stuntman, get out of this phone booth right before this van just plows through that shit.
Not the only time I'll say this about it. Great stunt.
Yes.
Great stunt.
Phenomenal.
And then it smashes into the building right behind it, and this dude flies through the front windshield, and they're like, well, seatbelts.
Bye. And Dabney Coleman, or sorry, Captain Jack Flack. Captain Jack Flack is like, dude, 1 down, 2 to go. Grab his fucking gun right now. And it's this thing that's like, I don't know, an undertone of the movie where Elliot, I'm just going to call him Elliot, by the way. Elliot is just like,
Elliot.
no, I'm not going to grab that gun. I'm going to do it my way, which is, I don't
My
want to
way
kill.
or the highway.
I don't want to
Well,
kill.
he's an 11-year-old child. He doesn't want to murder someone. I
For
get it.
sure, but
A
they're
little
trying to
part
kill
of him
you,
does,
bro.
though. A
Little
little
fuck
part
you.
of him does.
What would JMD? What would John McClane do?
He should have just said JF. What would Jack Flack do?
Yeah, but I like John McClane better.
John McClane wasn't around yet. Was it 87?
Oh, he's around. He just doesn't have a movie.
He just hasn't.
He's
fought,
around
He just hasn't
right
fought
now.
German terrorists yet.
Yeah, not yet.
89?
No, way before.
I think it was
89.
86 or 87.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are gonna probably at me, but it's fine. It's one of my favorite movies. I just couldn't tell you what
At
year
me.
it came
Yeah.
out.
At me at it.
Attaway.
It's my fault. At
Attaboy.
me at Whitney Affolter on Facebook.
.com.
But so Dabney Coleman's telling him like, "Hey, you've got to do something about these guys. Like they run away. They're hiding under this bridge." He's like, "Dude, I can't. I don't have a gun. I don't have a knife.
We'll
I don't
do
have
the
anything."
old Cincinnati shuffle, whatever
Oh
he
my
calls
God.
it.
The Crossfire Gambit.
The crossfire gambit.
Which, so in these interviews I was watching, they kept showing this scene of him running toward Alvarez and then gunfire hitting the ground behind him while Alvarez is firing at him. And I was like, what is happening? Now it makes sense because he gets in this tunnel. Rice is on one side, Alvarez on the other side. They're both firing machine guns at him. He runs toward Alvarez, dodges at the last second, and Rice just lights up Alvarez.
Oh, yeah.
Just fucking turns this guy into Swiss cheese or shredded beef.
sorry, shredded beef. Point of order.
I still think Swiss cheese would have been better.
I
Yeah,
think
the only
shredded
difference
beef is shredded beef is more visceral though.
Yeah, because cheese doesn't bleed, dude. That's the difference.
Okay, you're not wrong.
Neither does beef. It's myoglobin, dude.
Wait, beef has midichlorian? Fuck you
That's-
to say?
Dude,
That's why you have the
this
force in
steak
you.
has over 9,000 midichlorians.
You ate Yoda? You had a fucking little Yoda steak?
Yeah.
I would
didn't
eat.
you?
I would eat a Yoda.
I would still
Why
be
don't you eat
hungry.
with us?
I'd still be hungry.
So he takes the gun off Alvarez. He gets cornered, even though Jack Flack tells him, "Don't go that way. It's a dead end."
And it's the scene I talked about earlier where he threatens him with these really
Yeah.
awful things you should never if you have to
The
kill an
knees, the
11-year-old,
stomach.
just kill the 11-year-old and be done. Don't threaten him.
One of the interviews I watched was with Michael Murphy, who plays Rice, and he was just like, "I don't know. I was saying some terrible things to this 11-year-old child."
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, it's a paycheck, man.
Yep.
I would tell an 11-year-old kid, "I'm going to shoot you
Oh
in the
yeah,
stomach."
no, I'm giving the character shit, not the actor.
No, yeah,
the
it's
actor's doing
brutal.
his job.
it's cool though, because you just don't see that kind of like, I mean, it's not violence on screen, but like that kind of level of like visceral or violent activity in a kids movie.
Next time we will see a villain threaten a little person, a young actor like this, is gonna be Waterworld with Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in Home Alone, they probably threatened to kill him, right?
Oh, Russia, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
This is the part that's a little confusing, because imaginary Dabney Coleman distracts Rice. maybe?
Okay, so I know exactly
What
what,
do you got?
happens.
What do you got?
I know. So the Elliot keeps looking over to the side, and Rice keeps like, "What is?"
Just
he
so you guys
looking
know,
at?
at hour like 2, we shouldn't be turning it to Elliot all of a sudden. But
Sorry.
it's fine.
I know.
Yeah. So he keeps looking to the side, and Rice is like, "What the fuck is he looking at?" And then we see Jack Flack like, "No, it'll reflect the bullets. He'll get him." And then Elliot's like, "No, Jack, don't." And so Rice is like shooting.
But
like,
two
blind
things about
shooting.
that though. This is the first that this character has looked, I don't know, ethereal.
No, he always looks ethereal.
No, he started getting see-through here.
Yeah,
He's
this
never
is the
been
first time
see-through.
he's see-through. Maybe it's a trick of the camera, maybe not, but it's more than that. Because
Yeah, I
even
think it's like-
Elliot,
I
I
think
know,
it was the
I know
trick-
we're
I
too
know,
late
I know,
to
it's
call him
fine.
Elliot. Fuck off. I've been drinking.
I forgot what
Uh,
his name was. Okay.
Elliot,
Davey.
Davey.
Henry Thomas, Bob Lamas. What's his name?
I don't know.
Henry Thomas.
Henry Thomas. But at this point,
Hanky
he's
Tom.
like, "Oh my God, he saw you."
Oh my God, he's the opposite of your favorite. He's
Who's
Hank Tom.
Love me some Tommy Hanks. But it's the only part that makes you think like, huh, what's happening
His
here?
imagination is so powerful that he projected the image. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No,
'Cause-
I
'cause
think it was
after-
just he distracted him, and he was just like gun happy.
It was like after Rice shoots at him and he falls down, and then Henry Thomas shoots this dude. Henry Thomas, 11-year-old Henry Thomas, murders this man in this movie, which is pretty
murder's
cool.
a tough word.
Well, it's
Self-defense.
self-defense, but he
Yes.
does shoot this guy. And then he's like, he really saw you. And Jack Flack is like, no, his imagination wasn't good enough for that. So who knows?
Whitney,
It's
Whitney might
Deus
be
ex
right.
imagination.
Yeah, yeah.
He got like, wouldn't you do that if you're like, no, shoot that? And
Oh,
then
I would have shot this little kid months ago.
right. I wouldn't have said anything. I was just went.
Well, he shot Rice, and this is where Dabney Coleman, Jack Flack, is like, oh, I guess I'm fine, whatever. And
I guess it doesn't reflect.
Henry Thomas gets mad.
Yeah, this is a character progression.
Yeah, because he's
development.
like,
he doesn't.
he's like, you
need-
made me kill that guy, and he's like, well, I didn't make you do anything. You're crazy. But then that's when he says, I don't want to play anymore. And Dabney Coleman has this moment of like, that's what they always say.
Your dad said that.
Your dad said the same thing when we used to play cowboy and Native Americans.
Yeah, he didn't say
That's
that.
not what he says.
You're a good person.
But when that
Derrick.
happens, all of a sudden, it's actually really funny, even though it's a heartwarming moment. Because as Henry Thomas stops believing in him, all of a sudden blood just comes pouring out of like 40 holes in Dabney
This
Coleman's
is a part
body.
that made me tear up.
Really?
Because I don't know what gun this dude Rice was using. It was like an Uzi.
It's definitely a type of Uzi.
Okay, but he puts like something on it and then another silencer on it. Like it's like it's the
he
thing's
has
like,
an
this thing's like
extended
4
barrel
feet
and a
long.
suppressor. Like it's something.
And
That's
so he
a
just
lot.
lit this dude up.
Yeah.
But yeah, blood. It's really funny, even though it's supposed to be a heartwarming moment. And I think they intended to mix it
Hey, give
because
me
the
give me
blood
a
just comes
cigarette.
pouring out of all of the holes. Dude.
It's very Bugs Bunny.
It's like
Yeah.
the only blood we get in the whole movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he tells him, "Go get me a cigarette. They're over there."
Give me a smoke.
Yeah, Henry Thomas goes to get it, and he dies and disappears.
He disappears. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is when the dad gets to Kim's house and talks to the mom. And I thought there was going to be a subplot of like, hey, but they
No,
don't really have
that's-
time.
That's fan fiction for us to put in our heads.
I mean, this
they be
minute,
fucking.
this movie's only 101 minutes, but I think it was like this extra thing of like the two parents liking each other adds 6 minutes.
So the
sure.
girl and the boy can be brother and sister.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, this movie's only probably 40 minutes shorter than this episode. So- I don't know where we are right now. but-
I never know where we are.
But yeah, they meet up, and the dad's like, dude, he called, some shit's going down. Where's your daughter? Oh, It's 11:25 at night. Why would I know where my daughter is?
No,
I gave
she
her a
says-
bus pass, homie.
Why
Is this
isn't-
before they
she's
did
at
those-
your place, right?
Oh, this is way before,
It's before-
10 o'clock.
yeah, it's 10
Do you know
o'clock.
where your
Do you know where your
children are?
Well,
Do you know where your children's is?
it's also almost midnight.
Yeah, and so he calls the police like directly.
Oh, that's right. The bomb goes off at midnight.
Yeah, because I said something about like this girl got on a bus at 11:15 and no one questioned it, and then they cut to the clock and it's 11:25, and I was like,
Even
"Fuck you, movie."
worse. Even worse, Derrick.
But Dad calls the police, but he doesn't call 911.
No, he
like
presses
knows a guy.
zero. No, he presses zero. Says operator, I need the police. It's an emergency.
Operator, Klondike 453, please.
I'll wait for the sergeant. See, I know him. I know his wife. I know his mistress. Even more important.
And Kim now is at the airport with the bomb, and again, I don't know if this beeping is for us or for the movie, but she's talking to this lady, getting like information on a flight, and in her backpack is just going beep 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 beep.
I have to imagine it's for us only.
I still think
'cause
it's just for
otherwise,
us.
like, hey, little girl, the fuck is beeping? You need to shut the fuck up.
And in the interview I watched, and I didn't write down the woman's name, and I should have to give her props.
Christina something.
But the woman who plays this clerk had an interview. Like I was like, apparently she's one of the only ones who returned their calls. Well, she's also one of the only ones who's still alive. But she was very excited because I guess she was working at like a talent agency or something, or like an agent, something like that.
Yeah.
And like the director met her through whatever, and he hired her. But it is cool to get like this little tiny walk on role because her thing was she's like, this got me my SAG card.
Tammy
Yeah,
Hyler.
So
Tammy Tyler.
Tammy Hyler.
Tammy Hyler.
But it was just
Hyler
really
than you are.
It was really funny to have this lady giving a whole interview when she has this one line that's like, the plane leaves at 4 p.m. or well, it's midnight, I guess.
It was
but
no, it was
whatever.
like, how can I find somebody? You tell me their name and I'll page them.
Oh, that's right. Like, it's just funny to have. But we watched this on a Vinegar Syndrome 4K from their VSU series. That's why anybody who knows Vinegar Syndrome knows they mostly do like porny type horror movies and stuff. But their VSU series is stuff like this. It's got this Sidekicks we watched on here.
Perfect.
Roadhouse, Six String Samurai, which I'm probably the only one who knows except her. She hated it. I love it. Navy SEALs, so
Okay.
stuff like that. Big studio movies.
Yeah.
But so I feel like Vinegar Syndrome just called people and was like, "You want to interview about Cloak and Dagger?" And they were like, "I don't remember doing it. Move on."
But we need we need behind the scenes though.
But yeah, it was kind of funny. But so anyways, she's at the airport with the bomb. She gets taken by security because she's being crazy.
Yeah. Well, she's telling him, she's like, I need to get on this plane. There's a spy. Yeah, it's craziness.
And so they just go into the security
The
set,
guy just
said-
like, hold on, let me hear it one more time. We don't fucking have time.
Yeah, and she doesn't know she has a bomb in her backpack.
Yeah, she has no idea.
Henry Thomas is trying to get to the airport, and so he runs up to this. He tries to get on the bus. He lost his bus pass. Doesn't have 75 cents. The
then you
driver
need
tells
to
him
get
to
the
fuck off. Makes sense. I'll give you the 75 cents when I get there. That's not how this works,
No,
dude. This ain't the 40s.
How?
Yeah. I mean, I guess he could have said I'm meeting my dad, and he'll have the 75 cents.
You're a liar.
Yeah, probably. Kids are all liars. But so he goes to these cab drivers, and the first cab driver he speaks to, who's actually credited as cab driver or taxi driver number 2.
Louis Anderson.
It's Louis Anderson.
Chicken, donuts, cheesecake.
And the interview with the casting director, she said that she cast him purposely, like she knew it was like a nothing role,
Yeah.
but she saw him at like a comedy club and
Yeah,
thought
she
he
saw
was really
stand-up
funny.
and
So
loved
she
it.
was like, "Do you want to be in a movie?"
Fuck
So
yeah, dude.
anytime I'm watching behind the scenes from like 70s and 80s especially, and someone's like, "So I just asked that guy, you want to be in a movie?" I'm like, what was going through his head? Like this woman walks up to him, "Hey, you want to be in a movie?" And he's like,
But look at
All
it this
right.
way. Look at it this way though. Stand up has a lot of vehicles now, right? You've
Yeah.
got YouTube, you've got Comedy Central, you've got fucking podcasts, you've got all kinds
Yeah.
of ways.
Facebook
Back
Reels.
then, dude, absolutely. Instagram personality,
how did Matt Rife get famous?
fucking
Right?
surgery.
Yeah, he got
But
veneers.
either way, like Louis, at this time, we're talking 1984, 5, whatever. you don't have a lot of ways to plug yourself outside of a radio show for local shit.
I'm just thinking though of a random person walking up to you in a CD
No,
club where
she
you're
probably
doing
said,
comedy.
I'm a casting director.
Sure. A random person walks up to you in a comedy club and says, "I'm a casting director. You want to be in a movie?" Like, what are you putting in me?
Can
I'm gonna tell you
I
right now-
interview with a bunch of people around me just to be safe?
I will take that from a female before I take it from a male.
Fair.
Name your sex tape.
You're not wrong.
But yeah, so it's Louis Anderson, but he tells Henry Thomas to fuck off. So Henry Thomas goes over to this other cab driver who is coked up Adam Scott.
Oh yeah, this guy.
And I don't mean coked up like today. I mean coked up like 3 weeks ago.
He
and
hasn't
stopped.
had coke in 3 weeks. Sadly for him.
No, he's been doing
on
coke
coke.
for 3
Okay.
weeks.
I thought he's just like, man, I could really use some coke. If I drop this kid off, maybe I can get some money somehow.
Because this
some
11:30 shadow he's rocking, and like this guy looks like he's gonna molest this kid.
He does.
Yeah. He
But-
doesn't. No, he doesn't. Thank God.
No, he
Thank
doesn't.
God.
But
Actually-
he's actually the one that's like, it's an emergency. Like there's something going on. Cool, I'll take you. And then when
I'm
he
on
gets
my
him
way there
there,
anyway.
he's like, I'll find a way to get you money. And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it, dude.
I don't care. I'm really high.
I got to drive 90 on the freeway.
He's like, I don't care, kid. You asked me for a ride at 11:30. I'll be back to that bar before 1 or 2, whatever last call is
One.
in Texas.
it was one.
in the 80s.
They
Well, I
don't
don't know
have-
about Texas.
They don't have last call in Texas. Idiots.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, they get mad if you're not drinking at 3 a.m.
That's how it was in Louisiana.
Nah, it's Texas, dude. It's down south. They got all those blue laws. It's like
I know they probably do have some weird ass blue laws.
The first time I ran into blue law shit, though, I was in Alabama. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And I went to a grocery store. I was there for a job because I used to work on a terrible TV show, and with a guy who will be on this show in the future and has been on this show before. He was in the big
Antonio
hit.
Sabato Jr.
Yeah, Antonio Sabato Jr. But I went to this grocery store. Our day off was Sunday, so I was getting food for my hotel room. I was like, oh, look, a couple 6-packs of local beer. Cool. I'm walking up, and this guy sees me, and he goes, they're not going to sell you that. And I was like, dude, I'm fucking 28. They'll
Yeah.
sell me that shit. And he's like, no, it's Sunday. And I looked him dead in his fucking eyes, and I was like, is it 1924? And he just goes, what? Like, he was so baffled. And I was like, what the fuck you talking about? And so I took it up front, and the lady's like, I can't sell you that on Sundays. And I was like, what? That's
And
my
this
day off.
This is
This
in
is
2014.
bullshit. I'm not part of your religion.
This is 2014.
You can't buy beer on Sunday. You got to stock up on Saturday. Or
Like,
go
they
to church.
wouldn't let you buy it at all.
You
on
want
a
wine?
Sunday?
Go to
Oh,
church.
no, you know what? Those churches aren't doing wine. That's a Catholic thing.
Oh, that's
There ain't
true.
no Catholics down
Nope.
south.
Nope. I was in a Lutheran and a Baptist. We did wine.
Oh, okay. But anyway, so
See, Candy's backing me up. She said, "Fuck you."
Kim tells security about the 3-fingered lady. The guy is like kind of believing her, but also like, are you insane?
Let me take this down again because I don't really fucking get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense because it doesn't. Davey gets to the airport. Elliot gets to the airport. And he's chasing the 2 old people, and he runs right through security, and all they do is go, hey,
Hey,
stop that.
pre 9/11, dude. Nobody's giving a hoot.
If I ran through security gate right now, shot to death.
You wish you got tased. You're fucking dead.
But he sees these 2 very old people walking away, and his plan is, Mom, Dad, don't leave me.
Not
the
grandma
security
and
guard
grandpa?
buys it for a minute, but even Derrick was like, "That grandparents, maybe."
Yeah, you should have yelled Grandma,
parents."
Grandpa, or
Because they are
Uncle Billy.
Or Ma and Pops.
quite old.
Ma and Pops would have worked.
Because the old man
yeah,
says-
even George, I guess.
yeah,
George.
says, do we look young enough to have a kid this young? Like, come on.
And the guy's
But
like,
I love
"Yeah."
this whole thing of like this security guard, like, because Henry Thomas tells him, look at his bag, he has my game, it's called Cloak and Dagger, and he's like, show me the game, and the guy's like, we don't have a kid this young, whatever. But the security guard is like, I'm gonna need to see what's in the bag. I'm like, are you debating whether or not these parents are trying to abandon their child? Like,
we've had 3 this month. We're not doing it again.
like,
Stop
but like,
leaving your
Yep.
kids at the airports and flying to Acapulco.
right? How often is there a kid running through like, Mom, Dad, don't leave me?
It is Texas. No abortion.
Yeah, no
rights.
shit.
Yeah, there are no abortions in Texas. There's a lot
But
of parents
it's
who want to ban.
plenty of abandonments,
I don't know, the 80s. Yeah, no, there still weren't.
especially in the 80s.
I think they had about 6 weeks before when they
Couldn't
got
even get
revealed.
fucking divorced.
Kim comes running out of the security office, which is right there.
Yeah.
Davy takes the walkie-talkie out of her bag right before George kidnaps him at gunpoint because he steals the gun from the security guard. Now shit's just gone off the fucking rails.
We are
Off the
in a
rails.
hostage movie now.
It went full on Passenger 57 right here.
I wish Wesley Snipes was in this fucking movie, dude.
So the old man, George and Eunice, they drag Davy out to the plane. The security is chasing them, but they don't want a kid to die on their watch. They don't really care if a
Not
kid
yet.
dies.
It's
They just
Texas.
don't-
They will.
yeah. Well, they don't want the kid to die unless he's been convicted of a crime or he's mentally unstable.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he's just
I mean, this kid
Mentally
is mentally
disabled.
unstable.
Yeah, well, he is mentally unstable. But yeah, they also want to murder mentally disabled people because that's Texas. They give the death penalty even if you're mentally unstable.
yeah. They have a track record.
They'll kill mentally disabled people, but you can't have an abortion because that's a life.
You can't kill unless I want to.
But so they get onto the plane. The dad and the cops arrive. Davy is on the plane trying to defuse the bomb, and I love that. Like, so it's just like C4.
Don't go unplugging wires. I've seen fucking Lethal Weapon 1, 2, 3.
I've
and
seen
4.
blown away, dude. You never know. But like, it's basic like plastique C4 with 2 contacts in it.
Uh-huh.
He pulls one out. It doesn't stop. So he puts it back, question mark.
Nope, it's not back in.
And then when George takes it here in a minute, he pulls the other one out and it still doesn't stop. I'm like, well, what's going to make this explode?
Before that, we didn't talk about.
I just real quick,
Yeah.
like one of these things has to send electricity to this plastique, right?
It's
yes,
behind it. It's in the back.
unless Rice knew how to set up some dummy wires.
Yeah. He hooked up with Dennis Hopper and Tommy Lee Jones and he was like, how do I make a bomb?
How
that
do
won't
I
be
You
get
have
a
him
dummy
in the back,
wire?
and this is just for show.
No,
in
the only
front.
thing I wanted to go back to is now Dabney Coleman has volunteered to be a pilot, even though he's
Yes.
not a pilot. He's just like, look, dude,
He's a
I
crew chief.
I
He is-
can taxi.
He is licensed to taxi.
I am exactly that. I'm licensed to taxi.
That's a terrible James Bond movie.
Someone's
by the
like,
way. Or a 2 Corey's movie.
"Ah,
I guess.
Mr. Bond, you're going to be late for this fair because I'm not playing fair." It's definitely a Corey's movie too. But no, Dabney Coleman's like, "Look, my son's there, yada yada. They're not waiting for a pilot.
You're betting on my son's life.
Yeah, and I'm not going to do that. And I can at least fake it.
Yeah.
You know, like that. They're going to wonder why we're not taking off, but I'll figure it out from there."
I can taxi a plane, which means I can make it go forward.
And sure enough, dude, he gets on the PA and he starts like kind of bullshitting. "Hey, tower, let me clear." And then
He's
he's like,
trying to get his son
"Hey,
to hear
Elliot,
his voice.
I know your name's not Elliot, but that's that movie you were in, Elliot. Get up here, Elliot."
Hey, E.T.'s friend.
But the old lady,
Come on, Dad.
Jeanette, is hearing it, and she's like, "Wait, something's not right."
Well, because he kept saying about a bomb.
Well, no, she heard him talking.
Oh,
'cause he's
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
PA.
Well, they're standing there holding him at gunpoint, too. They can hear him. But I just want to mention real quick, in all the interviews we watched, everybody just kept saying E.T.'s best friend.
They did.
They weren't saying Henry Thomas. They were like, dude, I'm on a movie with E.T.'s best friend.
What a fucking disrespect.
Is it?
Yeah,
Who was the star of that movie?
Henry
Thomas or E.T.?
Drew
Drew
Barrymore.
Barrymore.
Steven Spielberg. Because that movie wouldn't have been anything if it wasn't Steven Spielberg.
He's not wrong.
It's still Drew.
And George Lucas to direct that
Still
shit.
Drew.
Can we get a CG Sebulba instead of ET? What if ET walked on his hands and rode hot rods?
Henry, I see that you're crying because your alien friend is dying, but could you just stare blankly instead? That's how humans should act.
Okay, now I want you,
You
to
know what?
say, "I hate Reese's Pieces. They get everywhere." just, I need you to deliver this line. I wrote it down and it's perfect.
I do want to mention real quick because we're doing George Lucas in this non-George Lucas movie.
Wait, isn't Reese's Pieces in this one?
No.
In
It was in
E.T.?
E.T. Yeah.
E.T.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: we haven't recorded that episode yet. But
We will be.
one of I think it was the assistant director had an interview that I watched, and he said that Richard Franklin, the director here, was not great about the technical stuff like some directors are, but he was all about directing people, which I
Okay.
think might translate
A
to why
lot.
we really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Henry Thomas, Dabney Coleman, everybody putting in real effort because the director may not have been a technical director for an action thriller.
But he had the second assistant director to help him with the other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got the
I just had
kids
I thought of that
actually
because we were talking about George Lucas, who doesn't know how humans speak, talk, or act.
he's not good at humaning.
I mean, they literally followed a kid for a week to see how his mannerisms were, how he articulated word, his cadence in talking.
Yeah, part of the thing was
Like-
figuring out his speech patterns.
And the kids
shit.
perform.
Yeah,
They
did.
definitely do.
So, there's a whole thing with like Henry Thomas trying to defuse the bomb, the back and forth with the old lady.
Dude, I'm sorry. Dabney Coleman drops his son out of the pilot's driver's side
Oh my
window.
god, that is so high
That
up.
is so fucking high.
But I love in
But
this.
that
in
drop
this
was only like 3 feet.
yeah, in this movie, he apparently, and this might be a real thing for like escape
I couldn't
purposes.
tell you if it's
Yeah.
not.
But in the cockpit of this jetliner, you can roll the window down.
No, it
And,
was. Like
it was a
pop
push
window.
out, but still, I mean, come on.
still.
But so he hangs Henry Thomas out. Henry Thomas is like, "You won't be able to fit, Dad." And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm getting you out." And so he does spend an inordinate amount of time. There's only 10 seconds left on the bomb, and we got about 2 minutes left in this sequence. But he's hanging him down, and like when he lets him go, because you can't see the ground, it's black. When he
Yeah.
lets him go, Henry Thomas falls maybe a foot.
Yeah.
But like I've seen a
D-
plane.
I've seen Dumb and Dumber. I know how high the cockpit is.
I've seen a plane.
We just saw this plane moments ago from a wide shot. Even if he let him down as far as he could, you're still dropping a solid 20 feet.
He might live, but he has no ankles.
Because he says, "I'm going to drop you, run away from the plane." I'm like, no, because when you drop him, he's going to break his ankle. What's he going to do? Slug away from the
Just
plane?
tuck and roll and slug away, dude. Okay, when I drop you, you got to slither.
I listened to
okay?
the Dollop he fucking army crawls.
But so he drops him out of the plane. This plane almost runs over him.
Yeah, it does.
Which,
A good stunt again.
again, a great stunt. And again, it's probably the stunt man at this point.
Sure.
But just those wheels, I mean, they come within feet of this person.
Yeah,
Like,
they do.
And the bomb has been at 10 seconds for about 3 minutes. So as soon as the plane rolls another 30 seconds
He's
away.
running after the plane though for like 10
Yeah,
seconds.
luckily this
Like an
kid can't run as
idiot.
fast as a plane can taxi.
Look, these ankles are broken.
It's only in first gear, still
Dude.
faster than you, son.
Big bada boom.
Yeah, how many gallons of gas was it that they
Oh,
lit
he
off?
said something about like 300 and something gallons of gasoline that they blew up.
Ooh.
And he's like, I wasn't there during, like, the shot wasn't during the explosion. That's green screen or
Yeah.
blue screen, he said at the time. But he was there while they were doing the explosion. And he's like, I felt the like percussion come from it or the concussion. It's not playing drums.
Fucking-
Fire rolls. Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
The explosion
boom.
happened. All of a sudden, it was like Joey Jordison was just going at me.
My dad was just pounding away.
Neil Peart's
Whoa.
over there on a
Whoa.
fucking kick.
Yeah, I heard it after I said it. Cut it out.
That's how you were born. Your dad was over there just pounding away.
There's this long, massive explosion. It's like layers upon layers of explosion, which is always a good explosion.
Oh my god, we love real explosions too.
God, we do.
And out of the fire comes walking a,
Jack
a
Flack.
silhouette that
It's
looks
Jack
like Jack
Flack.
Flack because it's got
Got
the
the
little beret. But as it gets closer, it kind of changes, and you see that it's Dabney Coleman, not Jack Flack.
He said Dadney.
Because it's his dad.
Not daddy, but Dadney.
And Dabney Coleman, he has the toy because Henry Thomas had smashed his Jack Flack toy earlier.
Yeah, he did.
He gives him the toy and he's like, I don't need him anymore, Dad, because I have you. Freeze frame.
Yep.
Freeze frame.
I love a freeze frame.
We love a freeze frame.
I just
Some,
love
some
there's no,
people
like,
hate a
rap-
freeze frame.
I
No,
love
it's
a
not
freeze
us.
frame,
love
dude.
freeze
Yeah,
frames.
this is where it's at. Give me a cartoon intro and a freeze frame for an ending, and I'm having a
Don't
decent
you
time.
Forget about me.
That did not have a cartoon intro.
No,
but
but
it
it
had
had
a
a
freeze
freeze one of the most epic freeze frames.
iconic
One might
freeze
Was
say.
it
frames.
not another teen movie where they do that, but then like it's not freeze frame?
Yeah,
it's
everyone's
just
like,
recording him?
what are you doing? Just
Yeah.
standing there.
All right. But yeah, freeze frame, end of the movie. So now these two have bonded. He doesn't hate his dad anymore.
He doesn't need an
doesn't
imaginary
need an
friend
Dude,
anymore.
I'm gonna get
friend.
right to recommendations. This is a great shipbird movie.
It
This
is.
is so much fun for 11-year-old, give or take,
Yeah.
espionage, spy, actual
and
cloak
he's
and
not being
dagger
the
shit.
shipbird.
This is roughly my time. No, I just,
Roughly.
this is roughly my time, Whitney. You'll get your time here. Okay. No, it's just
Point
it's-
of order, you
We've
jumped the
watched.
gun.
This is the second year we've done shipbird movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is a fucking hoot, man.
Yeah.
I didn't wish it had Sinbad. That's saying something.
Am I allowed
think
to
you
talk
said
yet?
that about every other shipbird
I'll allow
movie.
it.
Am I allowed?
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
your turn. I'm done. Give me some Jack's caveats.
I don't need Jack's caveats.
You
even though-
don't.
I don't need Jack's caveats. In the middle of this, like, there was one part when obviously every movie has like everything slows down.
For
It's
sure.
the plot where you have to listen, where I'm like, because you got up and I was like, ooh, are you getting whiskey? And you're like, I was going to grab a beer, but I'll grab whiskey.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, it was my first time actually seeing this. Full recommend. I don't think you need Jack's caveats in it.
I don't think so either.
It helps, but it punches it up like Jack punches everything else up.
Yeah.
So you can do it without. If you want to punch it up, take his caveats, man.
I mean, as far as Jack's caveats go,
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but the one thing I was trying to say, he's not a fucking shitbird in this.
Oh, really not?
He's really not. Neither
Yeah.
of these children are a shitbird in
Dude,
this.
compared to what we've done.
compared to what we've done.
Nobody is believing what he is saying.
So, as far as Jack's caveats go, friends will make this better, but you don't need to be drinking or smoking. Like, I mean, it wouldn't hurt,
Fully concur,
No, it
though.
punches it up.
but it's a fucking fun movie.
It is.
And for me, this is one of those ones that I hadn't watched, which we mentioned already. It was a Vinegar Syndrome movie, so
Thank you.
my straight assumption is this is probably not great, but
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna like it because I like a lot of their shit and it's not good. But drinking, having friends, that stuff will help.
Helps
I
in
wish
life.
I'd seen this as a kid.
Oh, I would love this. Would be a classic in my life.
Yeah. And I mean, I saw a lot of reviews on Letterboxd that were people are like, oh, I didn't see this as a kid. I saw it in 2020 or whatever. And like, I hate it.
No,
They're
Still in the
wrong.
mind
Put that
frame.
lens on, and you're wrong. But also, I don't need the lens.
Yeah. It was a good movie. It was very
I think we
fun.
live with that lens. I think that's our thing.
But I also for this I didn't need it. Like this is just a good movie, like Derrick's saying. Like the stunts are there, the practicality is there, the script is fine, the acting's amazing.
The writer, Tom Holland, mentioned in the interview I watched with him that, he has a thing in each script where he wants to put in 4 to 5 action pieces where it's like it moves the movie forward, but it doesn't have dialogue.
Yeah,
So you're talking
And I
about
love
pages
that.
worth of just action. And this has that.
mission accomplished.
Yeah. So really, really good. I highly recommend.
This is a full recommend, kids.
You can get this movie. I mean, it's not free streaming anywhere right now, but you can get it on Amazon, Google, YouTube.
Oh, this is
Apple,
worth the rent.
all that. I mean,
It is.
$3.79 to rent on Amazon.
Oh,
Easy.
So
shit,
like,
easy.
do it. $4.99 to buy.
Just
So
buy it, guys.
Easy.
Probably buy it
Are you
I'd
gonna
say
go home
so.
and buy this?
for that
Probably.
$1.20. Like,
There's a chance because it's
Well,
PG. I can watch this with Bleep's
What?
little
I was gonna
little
say,
blob.
can you watch this with Bleep Jr.?
She'd be bored.
Would she?
Yeah.
there's no cartoon penguins.
Yeah, she's a kid.
They all
This is
need
for us.
they all need CG penguins. We grew up with this shit, so
Yep.
but I highly recommend it. I thought it was really, really good. You're not gonna get a better action espionage movie with children.
With shitbirds.
I
Yeah.
know. Spy Kids tried to
Now
do it.
the reason I said when Whitney said that he's not a shitbird is at the beginning he totally is because he's like, well, mom would do this, mom
That's
would do
not
that.
being a shitbird.
Yes, it is.
It's not being a shitbird. It's being.
It's
a
not your
heartbroken
dad's
kid.
fault. Your mom is dead, probably.
No, but it's
Unless-
his fault for not.
we
he
don't
wouldn't-
know.
The dad wouldn't listen to him.
Yeah, and I mean I get it, but
the dad
like,
would cut him
but
off.
I mean you've got
in the
Dabny
middle of him
Coleman.
talking.
But Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah,
That's not what it was supposed to be, though.
I think
it,
so.
it was originally.
It was
literally-
originally,
literally.
but he was like, "Let's take it away from that."
Well, that's why they didn't believe him because he was always talking about spy shit, and everybody was like, "Okay, spy
Is this
shit."
one of your games again?
But either way, great movie. Plus, you get William Forsythe,
Yeah.
Did you get no
Point of order.
Point of order.
Bill
Bill
Short.
Forsythe.
I don't care. Any movie he
Lexley.
shows up in has an extra star.
Yes.
So-
Yes. Yes.
If
An
you
extra thumb, you say?
if you go find me on Letterboxd at Durga520, I haven't rated this yet, but I'm gonna say a solid 4 to 4.5. is
Yeah,
what
I
you're
say
gonna
four.
get.
Yeah, it's pretty
I say
easy.
4.5.
My qualms are few.
Yeah. So check this out. You don't have to buy the disc that I got. You can just get it for $5 on Amazon. Just go do that. But so next week we continue. We conclude Shitbird Month.
What do we got?
With our Derrick classic movie that I wasn't sure we should do, but we're gonna do it. We're bringing
Are you bleeping it out.
Nope. I'm telling
Bleep it
everybody
out.
now.
All right, hit
I
me.
bleeped it last time. We're bringing our Disney expert Vern back,
God, fuck
who has
yes.
not been on for a Disney movie, but he is our Disney expert.
Yes, he is.
We're doing Song of the South
God
from 1946,
damn,
I
dude.
believe.
I'm gonna drink some Boybin.
It's gonna be a touchy time.
Yeah.
And don't forget
That
to
means
pet-
I get to sit next to Vern so I can touch him.
Luckily, we are very sensitive people.
Yeah, no. Yeah. From what I know, because I've never actually seen the full movie.
I've
know
never
everybody
even heard
knows
of
Zippity
this.
Doo Dah, right?
Yeah.
And there's been other musical parts that have been included in Disney montages. But from what I know, this is a movie about how slaves really thought it was cool to be slaves and make white kids feel better.
What a wild form of propaganda.
Ouch.
Yeah.
God, that's so bad.
We're gonna get there. I have this on Blu-ray.
Of course you do.
I wouldn't say that.
No, you have literally everything on Blu-ray.
But it was one of those things where someone offered it and I was like, this is a piece of cinematic history that I feel
Yeah.
like is worth seeing.
It's worth
And
not.
it's full.
It's worth not deleting.
Just to
from-
know
So we
can
where
learn
just to know
from
where we
how
were and
shitty
yeah,
our lives
exactly.
were,
Exactly.
or not our lives, but the world was.
There's no way this is enjoyable, but
Okay.
it'll probably have some kicking songs.
I hope I have fun with you guys.
And then our Patreon, which I've mentioned before, patreon.com/worstpeople, $3 a month. Check that out. You get a lot of episodes, but this month's episode is E.T. the Extraterrestrial, also starring Henry Thomas, directed by Steven Spielberg. You've probably seen it if you're alive and you're listening to this.
Have you ever owned a TV? Okay.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
On that movie for Derrick Classic, are we going to do a shot of beer every time they do something racist?
Do you want me to die?
During the movie?
Yeah.
That'll be a messy episode.
I said a shot of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I said what I said.
Yeah. He understood what
All
you
right.
said and said what he said.
And I also believe that this version of ET that I have, which is the newer 4K release, has the
Original.
guns that were replaced by walkie-talkies replaced by guns.
Nice.
I believe.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, we're going to pretend they're their guns.
I will talk about the guns.
So thank you to Evasion for providing our opening and closing music. You can give them some money on Bandcamp,
Love
Spotify,
you,
etc.
Patch.
Check them out. They're great. Thank you guys for tuning in. I've been Derrick.
I'm still Whitney.
I'm America's ass. Good night and go flack yourself. Unless you want to see a shaved down Grinch masturbate on the couch, don't haunt my house.
I'm going to hunt your house now.